Because this world was infested with fierce beasts, and resources were scarce, many technological developments had taken a different path. For example, ordinary vehicles, from being able to burn fuel, had been transformed into burning fierce beast essence crystals. The 15th Reclamation Unit. Yi Dong and Lu met the 15th Reclamation Unit's leader, Sang Kun. Sang Kun was a middle-aged burly man. His skin was dark, and he had a big beard. His expression was extremely solemn. He was a gold-grade beast master and was very powerful. Captain Sang Kun, this is Lu, Captain Sang Kun. Lu gave a standard military salute to Sang Kun. I've seen your information. Sang Kun's serious and cold face suddenly broke into a smile. Very good. This smile made Lu feel a little flattered. Captain Sang Kun, I'll leave Lu to you. Protect yourself. I'll take good care of Lu. After Yi Dong and Sang Kun greeted each other, he left Mysterious Fantasy Mountain. The Reclamation Unit had beast masters, also had ordinary soldiers. However, the Reclamation Unit's mobile unit was made up entirely of beast masters. The 15th Mobile Unit of the Reclamation Unit had a small unit under its jurisdiction. There were a total of beast masters who ate 8 different kinds of food. Among these beast masters, the weakest one was also at bronze grade. Sang Kun stroked his big beard and asked, I heard that you have a flying pet. That pet can also fly you? Yes. Then do you fight in a group or alone? Lu was surprised. Is there a choice? Of course there is a choice. Sang Kun smiled and said, Beast masters can summon several divine beasts to fight. Because the divine beasts are equipped with different equipment, they often have different fighting styles. Some beast masters are suitable for fighting in groups, and some beast masters are more suitable for fighting alone. I want to choose to fight alone. Sang Kun nodded. With flying-type divine pets that can carry people, you are indeed a one-man combat team. I will assign you to the first team. All of them are experts who are good at fighting alone. They can be considered the elites of our 15th Mobile Unit. Thank you, Captain Sang Kun. Then, Sang Kun found the captain of the first team, Mora, and introduced Lu to him. Captain Mora, Lu was sent here by the army, and he's a genius. You have to take good care of him. Could he be a student who graduated early? Mora couldn't help but ask when he saw Lu's extremely young appearance. Yes, he just graduated early a few days ago. Mora nodded. All right, follow me. Lu followed behind Mora, and Mora asked him, Then do you know Mo Chong from grade 3 class 1? No, Lu didn't have any recollection on this name. But this was normal. After all, he didn't stay in school for long, and most of his time was spent fighting. This was a grade 3 student, so he was even less familiar with him. That's my nephew. Mora stopped as soon as he finished speaking. He looked at Lu in surprise. Didn't the captain say that you graduated early? How could you not know my nephew? I skipped a grade. I only stayed in grade 3 class 1 for a few days, and I graduated straight away. I don't know many of the students in grade 3 class 1. What? You skipped after a few days? Where were you originally from? And age? No way, graduated 2 years early? No, I'm a freshman this year. I graduated 3 years early. Mora widened his eyes and looked at Lu as if he was looking at a monster. How long have you been awakened? More than a month. Mora was suspicious. You graduated through the back door? No, with the strength of a bronze divine beast, I should be able to graduate, right? You're AFC King Genius. Mora was in a mess. He pulled his hair hard. But when it comes to our team, you have to be careful. Our first team has a lot of troublemakers. Maybe they will find trouble with you. But don't mind them, they don't have any bad intentions. Lu nodded. I understand, the first team were all fighting alone. Other than them being suitable for fighting alone, they definitely had some strength. Perhaps there were some problems with their personalities, and they were not suitable for teamwork. Perhaps the first team was a concentration camp for troublemakers. After passing through layers of sentry posts, Lu followed Mora to a wooden barracks. In the empty space in the middle of the barracks, there were 3 to 4 men with strong auras lying on the grass leisurely, as if they were chatting about something. The moment Mora approached them, they sat up from the grass. When they noticed Lu, their eyes lit up. There was a newcomer. This meant that there would be fun. Let me introduce everyone. This is Lu, the genius who just graduated from the Divine Beast Academy earlier today. Mora emphasized. He awakened a month ago and applied to graduate earlier a month ago. He's the strongest genius in the history of our 7-star city. FCK, boss, are you bragging? That's right. I also graduated from the Divine Beast Academy. Don't lie to me. Bronze grade in a month? Mora said, just because you guys can't do it, doesn't mean that others can't do it. At this moment, Mora had completely forgotten how shocked he was when he heard that Lu graduated in a month. Well, Lu, you can find an empty barracks to live in first, Mora said. Our first team doesn't have any big rules. We only go out to carry out missions when there is a mission. When there is no mission, you are allowed to hunt fierce beasts, but you need to report in advance. Lu was surprised. So free? A middle-aged beast master next to him smiled and said, of course, only our first team is famous for its freedom. The first team is a bunch of lazy and undisciplined people, but they are beast masters. At this point, Mora couldn't help but sigh, but they were all beast masters. In this world, beast masters were the safety of the base city. 7-Star City wanted to recruit as many beast masters as possible and gather them under their command. Even some beast masters who were undisciplined would think of ways to recruit their subordinates, in order to unite the strength of a base city as much as possible. The task of our first team is very simple, but it is also very difficult. You're a bronze-grade beast MSSTER, and your basic task every day is to hunt the fierce beasts of Yellow Fantasy Mountain. You have to hand in at least 3 bronze-grade beast essence crystals. Lu could understand this character, of course. The reclamation troops was not to farm, but to exterminate the fierce beasts and expand the living space. The military will not be greedy for these beast essence crystals. At the end of every month, we will pay you a stipend. 90 bronze beast essence crystals per month. If you fail to complete the mission, we will deduct your monthly stipend. In any case, you will get more for your hard work. Lu asked, what if I hand in a lot of crystal cores every month? I like your drive, Mora smiled and said, the more crystal cores you hand in, the more allowances will be given to you. You will also be rewarded with merits. When you have accumulated enough battle merits, you will be able to raise your military rank and receive greater benefits. What benefits? For example, more monthly rewards. For example, let your family move into the core of the inner city. For example, excellent quality divine beast eggs. Mora said, well, you go and find an empty barracks to live in. If you have any questions, you can ask them. They are all old people. As soon as Mora left, Lu found that there were 6 beast masters standing beside him. 2 of them had just walked out of the barracks. 6 people, 5 men and 1 woman. That woman was about 30 years old and wore a military uniform. Her appearance was ordinary, but it attracted the attention of an uncle. Lu was just about to greet these people when before he could speak up, the 20-something-year-old young beast master with a smile. Newcomer, I heard that you are the most powerful genius in 7-Star City. Do you want to have a match with me? Lu was stunned. Was there such a direct way? He had just arrived on the first day, and they were going to have a match? The other 5 beast masters looked at them with a smile, as if they were going to watch the show. Earlier, Mora had reminded Lu that the first team was mostly thorny people. In the army, strength was the most important thing. Regardless of whether they won or lost, if he did not accept this match, the other beast masters in the first team would probably look down on him. Sure. Lu nodded. But my divine beasts are all bronze grade. It's okay. I also have a bronze grade beast that I just nurtured. That young beast master wouldn't stand on Lu's side in front of everyone and bully the weak. It would make them look down on him even more. Come out, black gold spider. A black gold spider instantly appeared in front of Lu. It was like an armored vehicle, with sharp thorns all over its body. There were usually 8 eyes on the front of its head and chest. They were sharp limbs that flickered with cold light, as if it could cut any prey into pieces. Lu took a look at the black gold spider and immediately got the information of that black gold spider. Name: Black Gold Spider. Talent: 1. Sturdy armor, normal. 2. Leap, normal. Growth potential: Gold high grade, strength level, bronze low grade. Attributes: Beast, Poison, Loyalty. 96. Skills: 1. Charging Leap. 2. Blade Foot Sword Dance. 3. Paralyzing Venom. 4. Swift Steps. Seeing the loyalty of the black gold spider, Lu understood. This black gold spider was hatched by the other party and had been nurtured until now. Generally speaking, as long as there were no accidents, the loyalty of a divine beast that had been taken care of from a young age would be very high. The black gold spider was a completely close combat divine beast, and Lu did not want to bully it. Since that was the case, Lu decided to let the berserk bear compete this time. After all, he also wanted to see the true strength of the berserk bear. Berserk bear come out. The moment the berserk bear appeared, it firmly attracted the attention of everyone present. Not only because of the 4-meter-tall, burly body that stood up, but also because of the ferocious scars all over its body and that ferocious one eye. I originally thought that the black gold spider was ugly enough. I didn't expect that there would be something even more ugly. The female beast master who was watching the show with her arms crossed complained, "If my daughter saw this bear, she wouldn't be sleeping with the ragdoll bear every day. She would have nightmares every day." Ding, mission issued. Defeat the black gold spider. Mission successful. Rewards. An ordinary talent that matches the berserk bear. Lu smiled when he saw this message. Shan Yu ordered, "Black gold spider, use charging leap and swordfoot blade dance. Watch this stupid bear." The black gold spider slightly leaned back and charged, and then instantly jumped up, landing at all the positions of the berserk bear. Berserk bear, earth armor. Block it for me. The berserk bear's body was instantly protected by a layer of yellow armor. Shan Yu smiled and said, as expected of a young man, he doesn't have enough battle experience. The female beast master smiled and said, that berserk bear is about to be injured. The sword dance is a continuous attack, and it can also target a wound. His earth armor is simply not enough to withstand it. Indeed. A beast master at the side commented, at this time, the wisest way to deal with it is to open up more. After all, the black gold spider has stayed in the air for a long time, and it can't fly. As long as you dodge it, then target its landing point and attack it from a long distance. At this time, the two divine beasts came into contact. As soon as the black gold spider touched the berserk bear, its 8 sharp limbs crazily cut the wild bear's body with the ear-piercing sound of wind. The earth armor on the berserk bear's body collapsed in an extremely short time. Shan Yu smiled complacently, I won. It's boring. The process is a bit simpler. It's over. The female in the audience covered their faces. The new kid still needs experience. He is seriously lacking in combat experience. How is this possible? But at this time, she heard the exclamations of other beast masters. That berserk bear doesn't seem to be injured. This isn't scientific. The earth armor is crumbling. The female beast master clearly saw that no matter how the black gold spider crazily cut the berserk bear with its sharp limbs, but there was no wound on the berserk bear's ugly skin. There was only a shallow white mark. In other words, the black gold spider's attack couldn't break the berserk bear's defense. Yes, after the shock, everyone could only exclaim in their hearts. Their eyes were burning as they looked at the berserk bear. The berserk bear's defense was already heaven-defying. Shan Yu also noticed this situation, but he had no choice. He couldn't just surrender to a newbie. Black gold spider, bite him and inject your paralyzing poison. The black gold spider immediately approached the berserk bear and bit down with its poisonous fangs. Then, the black gold spider found that its poisonous fangs could not pierce into the opponent's body. Instead, when it touched the soft membrane, its teeth were directly bounced away. FCK. Even the black gold spider's poisonous fangs can't pierce through. The beast masters watching the battle on the side directly cursed. Among them, there were not only bronze-grade beastmasters, but also silver-grade beastmasters. However, they had never seen a divine beast with such strong defense. The attack of a divine beast of the same level could not break the defense of the berserk bear. That's enough. At this time, Lu finally opened his mouth. He just wanted to test the defensive ability of the berserk bear. The result made him very satisfied. Berserk bear, use rampage continuously and hit him. The berserk bear roared and raised its huge paw, slamming it on the black gold spider's body. Following that, berserk bear grabbed the black gold spider and used its terrifying paw to hit the metal crack on the black gold spider's body. Bang! 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 Shan Yu's face turned pale. He finally raised his hands and shouted, "Stop, I admit defeat." Berserk bear, stop. Berserk bear finally stopped. Ding! Congratulations to host for completing the mission. Rewarding your divine beast, berserk bear, with a matching normal talent, strength. Ding! Your divine beast has received an ordinary talent, strength. Its growth potential has been raised to top-grade star glory and low-grade cane. Strength, ordinary, slightly increases the strength of the divine pet. Strength? It was indeed very suitable for the berserk bear? In fact, the berserk bear was famous for its defense and strength. Lu was very satisfied. Shan Yu quickly ran to the black gold spider and checked its other injuries. When he found that the black gold spider only had cracks on its armor and was knocked unconscious, he was finally relieved. Ha ha ha, Shan Yu. I let you bully the newbie. Now you have met a tough nut to crack, right? The beast master next to him laughed loudly. Shan Yu said unhappily, damn, when I first came to the first team, wasn't I also bullied by you guys? But this newbie is really powerful. That berserk bear's defense is too heaven-defying. Shan Yu walked in front of Lu and stretched out his hand. Let me introduce myself first. I am Shan Yu, a bronze beast master. Lu took the initiative to hold the other party's hand. Lu, also bronze grade. Kid, there's still me. A short and strong man stood out and said, I'm Mala, a silver grade beast master. The only female beast master also smiled and said, my name is Wu Yuchen. You can call me Big Sister. Welcome to the first team. I have high hopes for you. Thank you, Big Sister Wu Yuchen. The Beastmasters present introduced themselves to Lu one by one. Lu knew that after this battle, he had been recognized by the first team. In this precarious world, as long as you were strong enough, you could get the recognition of others. With potential, you could get the respect of others. Wu Yuchen's eyes lit up as she looked at Lu's berserk bear. Lu, this berserk bear of yours is so powerful. It definitely has a defensive talent. Right? Does it have any other brothers and sisters? Is it convenient to tell sister where you captured this berserk bear? I also want to try my luck. All the beast masters present looked at Lu with excitement. Generally speaking, because of their blood relationship, divine beasts with fighting talent had a high chance of showing excellent talent among their compatriots. Any beast master would not reject a divine beast with excellent talent. I accidentally met this berserk bear, but the demonized bat invaded the village. When I found it at that time, it was only left with its last breath. Lu touched the savage wounds on the berserk bear's body, and the berserk bear's fierce eyes became much gentler. I saw the wounds on its body, and I knew that it might have been fighting desperately at that time. It has a very outstanding battle will. Wu Yuchen looked at the berserk bear with appreciation. But according to you, did its defensive talent awaken after battle? Lu nodded. It should be awakened after battle. Wu Yuchen said enviously, your berserk bear might very well have an extremely rare dual talent. You have to develop it properly. Dual talent? She was too naive, alright? It was clearly 3 talents, alright? Shan Yu grabbed his hair with all his might. Why don't I have such good luck? Wu Yuchen gave Shan Yu a vicious attack. Don't think that I can't see through your black gold spider. It can jump farther than an ordinary black gold spider, and its defense is even stronger. Shan Yu laughed dryly. I didn't expect you to see through it. From the moment you decided to start cultivating the low-grade black gold spider, I could see that. Everyone had guessed that your black gold spider was unusual. Otherwise, why didn't you just capture one out there? But my black gold spider still can't compare to Lu's berserk bear. Shan Yu's eyes shone brightly as he looked at the berserk bear. If I had that berserk bear, I would be able to walk unhindered on violent Crocodile Beach right now. Early the next morning, Shan Yu brought Lu to Mysterious Fantasy Mountain to familiarize himself. Shan Yu had a carefree personality. He did not pay much attention to the matter of him being defeated by Lu yesterday. In Mysterious Fantasy Mountain, not only were there people from the military, there were also a large number of mercenaries and adventurers. After the experts of the 7-Star City had cleared out all the powerful fierce beasts in Mysterious Fantasy Mountain, this place had become their paradise. In the wild, there were many places where powerful fierce beasts resided. It was extremely dangerous for those mercenaries and adventurers to explore these places. As for places like Mysterious Fantasy Mountain, where powerful fierce beasts had been eliminated and only gold-grade fierce beasts remained, that was their favorite place to go. After all, the danger was greatly reduced, and the rewards wouldn't be too little after entering. Along the way, Lu saw many mercenaries and adventurers. Some of them were beast masters, while others were simply commoners with energy crystal guns. Lu wasn't unfamiliar with energy crystal guns. When he had just entered the Divine Beast Academy, he had learned about the structure of energy crystal guns. He had even shot a target once under the school's arrangements, and it felt pretty good. It was difficult to manufacture energy crystal guns, and they were expensive and costly. A large amount of equipment was in the hands of Seven-Star City's ordinary soldiers. With the standards of Seven-Star City's military factories, the strongest they could produce was only bronze-grade energy crystal guns. In theory, a bronze-grade energy crystal gun had the ability to break through the defenses of most bronze-grade fierce beasts. However, it was somewhat unrealistic to use a bronze-grade energy crystal gun to deal with fierce beasts. After all, it was impossible for a gunman to hit his target with his gun. This required a long period of training and shooting talent. Also, the reactions of civilian gunmen were basically unable to keep up with the reactions of bronze-grade fierce beasts. When faced with fierce beasts that were fast-type, or had defensive skills and were good at charging, even the crystal gun would find it hard to deal with them. The civilians holding the crystal guns were generally good at marksmanship, and their targets were usually black iron-grade fierce beasts. Killing a black iron-grade fierce beast was enough for the family to live for a while. Therefore, the crystal gun wasn't very useful to bronze-grade beastmasters. If he had the time to hone his gun techniques, it would be more practical to raise the strength of his divine beast. Along the way, Shan Yu introduced to Lu the general distribution of fierce beasts in Mysterious Fantasy Mountain, as well as the powerful fierce beasts there. The map given to him by the 15th Reclamation Unit was already very detailed. It even roughly marked the locations of gold-grade fierce beasts and a few large-scale tribes. However, Shan Yu had been fighting in the Mysterious Fantasy Mountain for a period of time. His experience was also very important to Lu. The gold-grade fierce beasts have already begun to have their own territorial consciousness. They rarely leave their territory, Shan Yu said seriously, but don't think that there's no one who won't run around. In Mysterious Fantasy Mountain, must be extremely vigilant. Be on guard against the fierce beasts that might appear. Be on guard against those mercenaries and adventurers. They still dare to make a move against our military? Shan Yu asked back. Why not? Lu nodded seriously. I understand. Shan Yu said, the violent crocodile beach is right in front of us. I'll bring you there to take a look. If you don't have that berserk bear, I don't even suggest you go there. The fierce beasts of Mysterious Fantasy Mountain were gradually eliminated. Recently, the violent crocodile beach at the southern end of Mysterious Fantasy Mountain was exposed in front of Seven-Star City. The violent crocodile beach was close to the Suiyang River and was dozens of kilometers long. It was the gathering place of the violent crocodile tribe in Mysterious Fantasy Mountain. There were nearly 10,000 violent crocodiles living here. When Shan Yu brought Lu here, he could occasionally see the military personnel and adventurers who were dealing with the violent crocodiles. Lu, in the wild, you must always be on guard against possible dangers. Shan Yu began to teach Lu some combat experience. Try not to send all your divine beasts out. You must keep one and use the strength of your divine beasts to protect yourself at any time. I understand. Not long after, Shan Yu brought Lu to a no-man's land in the violent crocodile beach. Suiyang River flowed quietly. There were no other sounds around. More than 10 violent alligator beaches seemed to have eaten their fill. They lay on the sand and basked in the sun leisurely. Adult violent crocodiles usually have the strength of bronze grade. The scales on their bodies are very thick and their defense is very strong. Their weakness is their eyes and mouth. When dealing with violent crocodiles, I usually kill one and run away. Shan Yu said seriously, don't be surrounded by them. If you are surrounded, it will be troublesome. Following Shan Yu, they walked around the southern side of the Mysterious Fantasy Mountain and familiarized themselves with the other fierce beast groups. After familiarizing themselves with the environment, the day was over. When they returned at night, Lu got to know the other members of the first team. Under the introductions of Shan Yu and Wu Yuchen, the other members were still relatively friendly to him. On the third day after arriving at the first team, Lu felt that he had made sufficient preparations. At the door, Lu bumped into Wu Yuchen. Wu Yuchen smiled and greeted him. Lu, are you going out to do a mission? Yes, not bad, you're motivated. Wu Yuchen asked casually. Where are you planning to go? I think the violent crocodile beach is not bad. You chose a high difficulty one the moment you arrived? Wu Yuchen was stunned for a moment. Then you have to be careful. I'll be careful. If you don't complete the mission today, it doesn't matter. You can make up for it in the future. Don't risk your life for it. In Lu's opinion, the violent crocodile beach was the most suitable for him. Mysterious Fantasy Mountain was mostly a mountain forest. The terrain was complicated, and there were many fierce beasts. The Stormhawk was somewhat unable to use its skills. Many fierce beasts were also good at hiding and ambushing. If they encountered silver-grade or gold-grade exotic beasts, even Lu would find it hard to resist. As for the violent crocodile beach, it was close to the Suiyang River. It was a large area of mud and sand, and the view nearby was wider, so the danger of hiding was less. There were another 7 or 8 violent crocodiles, and more than 10 of them were in groups. It was very suitable for Lu to cultivate. Because the violent crocodile beach stretched for more than 10 kilometers, Lu followed the directions on the map and quickly arrived near violent crocodile beach. "Come out, Stormhawk." The familiar space was opened, and the Stormhawk flew straight into the blue sky. It checked to see if there was anyone nearby. The Stormhawk received the order and scanned the surroundings. After confirming that there was no one in the surrounding 1 kilometer, Lu slowly approached the Suiyang River. Just as he heard the sound of water splashing and the bushes disappearing, Lu saw 7 violent crocodiles lying on the side of the slightly muddy Suiyang River. The 7 violent crocodiles were all adults. They were nearly 2 meters long and had dark green scales on their backs. Their mouths were full of sharp teeth and they liked to yawn from time to time. When Lu saw the 7 violent crocodiles, the 7 violent crocodiles also stood up alertly and stared at Lu with pairs of black eyes. Before Lu could give the order, the 2 violent crocodiles suddenly opened their mouths, and 2 water arrows shot towards Lu's position. F***ck. These violent crocodiles reacted too quickly. Berserk Bear. On Lu's body, there was a flash of light, and he suddenly felt his entire body filled with power. 2 water arrows, one missed, and the other shot onto Lu's shoulder. Lu looked at his shoulder. His military uniform had been pierced through, but his shoulder was not injured, only leaving a red mark. It was the innate ability, immortal body, that took effect. But even so, Lu's forehead broke out in cold sweat. As expected, he had underestimated these fierce beasts. At this moment, 7 violent crocodiles rushed towards Lu with 4 short legs at the same time. Stormhawk, chain wind blades. Kill. With the cry of an eagle, the Stormhawk flapped its wings, and dozens of green wind blades bombarded the violent crocodiles on the ground. In front of the chain wind blades, the scales of the violent crocodiles were like paper, and blood flowed all over the ground. Ding! Your divine pet, Storm Eagle, has killed a low-grade bronze violent crocodile. Express, 300. Ding! Your divine pet, Storm Eagle, has killed a low-grade bronze violent crocodile. Express, 300. Even so, there were still 2 violent crocodiles that managed to dodge the chain wind blades and rushed to Lu. The moment they got close to Lu, they opened their bloody mouths and bit at Lu. Good timing. Lu roared, "Earth armor, violent bear paw." An earthen yellow armor instantly appeared on Lu's body to protect him. Then, he slapped one of the violent crocodiles on the head. With a "kacha" sound, the violent crocodiles that were hit by Lu fell to the ground and could not get up. The other violent crocodile had already arrived and bit Lu's left hand. Lu only felt a slight pain in his left arm. Then, he slapped the violent crocodile's head again. The violent crocodile let go of Lu's arm and fell to the ground as well. It did not lie down again. The 2 violent crocodiles did not die, but they were both knocked unconscious by Lu's huge strength. The Berserk Bear was famous for its strength. After obtaining the strength talent, its strength had increased by a level. As long as the difference in strength wasn't too big, any enemy that was hit on the head would faint. "I'll let you bite me. I'll let you bite me." Lu continuously punched the 2 unconscious violent crocodiles until their brains splattered everywhere. Awesome. He wiped off the blood on his body and laughed heartily. Violence was a man's nature. The defense and strength of the Berserk Bear suited Lu's taste very well. Ding! Your divine pet, Berserk Bear, has killed a low-grade bronze beast violent crocodile. Express, 300. Ding! Your divine pet, Berserk Bear, has killed a low-grade bronze beast violent crocodile. Express, 300. Wiping the blood off his body, Lu dug out the violent crocodile's crystal core and rested for a while. He knew that he still had many shortcomings in this first battle. For example, he didn't expect the bronze-grade beast, violent crocodile, to react so quickly. If it was an ordinary bronze-grade beast master, his arm might not be able to move after being hit by a water arrow from violent crocodile. If an ordinary bronze-grade beast master was approached by 7 violent crocodiles, he might have to run for his life. It could only be said that this group of violent crocodiles encountering Lu was their misfortune. After Lu rested, he continued to look for violent crocodiles along the Suiyang River. In addition to the violent crocodiles that loved to sunbathe on the sand beside the river, they would generally look for prey in the Suiyang River. After about 10 minutes, Lu found a few violent crocodiles. These violent crocodiles were all easily killed by Lu. It had been a long time since Lu had such a carefree killing experience. In the blink of an eye, it was evening. After Lu killed one of the violent crocodiles, Lu took out his dagger and was about to dig for the crystal core when he suddenly heard a gunshot. Bang! He only felt a pain on his forehead, as if someone was smashing a stone on his head. He reached out and touched his forehead, as if there was something stuck in it. When he pulled it out, he saw that it was a yellow bullet. There were also red blood stains on the tip of the bullet. Gun. Bullet. Someone was shooting at him. No matter how slow Lu was, he was still able to react. Lu suddenly raised his head and looked at the bushes on the mountain in the distance. After breaking through to bronze-grade beast master, his physical fitness had improved greatly. He saw a few vague figures in the bushes, as well as a pitch-black energy crystal gun. A figure picked up the energy gun and quickly disappeared into the bushes with the group of people. Stormhawk. The Stormhawk swooped down. Lu jumped on its back and pointed in the direction the group of people had fled, shouting angrily, "Chase them!" At that moment, Lu's heart was filled with killing intent. Just a moment ago, he had almost been killed. Just thinking about it made Lu feel a lingering fear. Fortunately, he had listened to Shan Yu's suggestion. Fortunately, the berserk bear had the talent of immortal body. Otherwise, he would have died today. The opponent's gun technique was extremely good. One shot had hit his head. Lu had never caused trouble. After coming to this world, he had always tried to get along with people. But Lu still hadn't expected that someone would want to kill him for no reason. Shan Yu had warned him before, but he hadn't paid much attention to it back then. Now, he had finally seen it for himself. In the forest, the gunman who had shot Lu in the back picked up his energy crystal gun and ran into the forest behind him. "Old Mu, why did you run away?" The team leader behind him, Beast Master Audiobooks, asked. "Didn't you kill the kid on the other side? If you didn't kill him with one shot, you can shoot him again. That kid is from the military. Since we shot him, we must kill him." That's right. This group of people was actually motivated by money. This morning, they had noticed Lu. They discovered that Lu's hunting speed of the violent crocodiles was terrifying to the extreme. They thought that Lu might have more than 20 bronze-grade beast essence crystals, or even more. Thus, they had a devious thought. As long as they could kill Lu in the dark, then all of Lu's essence crystals would belong to them. Killing fierce beasts was so dangerous. How could it be easier than killing people and stealing goods? Not only had they killed ordinary beast masters, they had also killed military beast masters. As long as the benefits were enough, there was nothing they didn't dare to do. They had also noticed Lu's Stormhawk, but they were very cunning. They knew that most eagle divine beasts had excellent vision, so they didn't dare to approach it. They discovered that Lu was traveling downstream along the Suiyang River, so they followed this pattern and went ahead to ambush him downstream. In the end, he really got ambushed. Holding his beloved energy crystal gun, Elder Mu said without turning his head, "My energy crystal gun hit him." Audiobooks said happily, "I just know that Elder Mu's marksmanship is good, and you've never failed once. But why do we have to leave?" "I did hit him in the head, but my bullets can't break through that kid's defense," Elder Mu said snappily. "If I don't leave, why would I wait for the other party to treat me to a meal? That can't be. That kid is only a bronze-grade beast master. How could he possibly defend against our special bullets?" "I saw it with my own eyes," Elder Mu said as he pointed at his own eyes while fleeing nimbly through the forest. "My bullets only caused him to bleed. That kid must still have a pet beast that's extremely good at defense hidden on him. This is the first time I've met a bronze-grade beast master who can take my bullets head-on in all these years. That kid is definitely a bronze-grade beast master. I'm sure of it, but that kid's eagle pet is already so powerful. I didn't expect him to have a pet with even stronger defense hidden on him," Audiobooks said jealously. "It's true that we're not suited to fight him. The attacks of the fierce beasts in my hands can't match up to the energy crystal gun in your hands. Brothers, run faster, we'll head straight back to the camp. As soon as Atongjin's words left his mouth, something unexpected happened. The team of 5 suddenly heard the cry of an eagle. Immediately after, countless wind blades streaked past, slicing through the towering trees around them. Out of the team of 5, 2 ordinary people were killed by the wind blades, while 1 ordinary person was crushed to death by the fallen tree trunk. As a beastmaster, Atongjin's reaction was very fast, and he hid in the mountain rock. The gunman was quite skilled. Although his reaction was 1 step slower than Atongjin's, the chain wind blades weren't aimed at him to begin with, and he barely managed to survive. Lu stood on the back of the Stormhawk, staring at the 2 survivors below. He asked angrily, "Tell me, why are you shooting at me?" Atongjin and Elder Mu looked at each other and exchanged a look. Elder Mu, who was holding the crystal gun, raised his head and said, "Someone gave us a reward. He said he wants to buy your life." "Who?" Hearing Elder Mu's answer, Lu became even angrier. He wanted to know who was targeting him behind his back. "We don't know the person who gave us the reward. He only gave us a deposit of 10 silver-grade beast essence crystals first. He said that after the deed is done, he will give us the reward of 10 gold-grade beast essence crystals." "You don't know him, then what's the use of you?" Lu started to search his mind for his enemies who might have hired him to kill him. Elder Mu shouted loudly, "We don't know him, but they've seen his face. If we bump into him again, we'll definitely recognize him." Hearing this, Lu narrowed his eyes. "Did he tell you that I would appear here?" Atongjin quickly nodded and replied, "Yes, yes, yes." Lu started to sneer in his heart. He began to suspect that the 2 of them were lying. "Do you know my name, since the other party hired you to kill me? You must have my photo in your hands, right? Can you show me the photo or portrait?" Atongjin looked at Elder Mu with a pleading gaze. However, he realized that Elder Mu's eyes were also filled with despair. Elder Mu knew that their little trick had been completely seen through by the enemy. "No?" Lu smiled. His smile was very ferocious. Elder Mu raised his energy crystal gun and quickly aimed at Lu. After pulling the trigger, he realized that both shots had missed. It was impossible for the Stormhawk to let the energy crystal gun hit Lu. Atongjin ordered, "Go, Soaring Sparrow." A gray soaring sparrow soared into the sky and charged at the Stormhawk. "Kill it!" The Stormhawk flapped its wings and 7 wind blades locked onto the soaring sparrow. The soaring sparrow let out a blood-curdling scream and fell from the sky. "Ding! Your divine pet, Storm Eagle, has killed a bronze mid-grade soaring sparrow. Express, 1000. Ignoring the little experience points, Lu ordered, "Kill the one with the energy gun first." There were only 2 people left on the scene. Only the strongest gunman could pose a threat to Lu. He was also the person Lu hated the most, chain wind blades. 7 or 8 huge wind blades attacked, and Elder Mu didn't have time to put up any resistance. In an instant, blood mist filled the sky. Even Elder Mu's most beloved energy crystal gun was cut into 5 pieces, scattered in the forest. Then, Lu looked at the only beast master present. Atongjin's face was ashen. He knew that he might very well die here today. "Wait, you can't kill me." "Why? I'm a member of Berserk Bear Mercenary Group. My uncle is the vice leader of Berserk Bear Mercenary Group." Atongjin shouted. "Berserk Bear Mercenary Group. You must know that, right? If you dare to kill me, our Berserk Bear Mercenary Group won't let you off." "Stormhawk, kill him." "No." The wind blade arrived in an instant. Tong Dijin didn't have any ability to resist at all. He died instantly. Anyone who wanted to kill him had to die. Lu didn't care about the power behind the other party. After killing, Lu looked at the corpses on the ground and his face turned slightly pale. This was not his first time killing someone. Especially those who died under the wind blade of the Stormhawk. All of them died a tragic death, not leaving a complete corpse behind. The wind element skill of the Stormhawk had a slightly more terrifying cutting power. Lu did not leave immediately. Instead, he forced himself to stare at the corpses. He knew that he would have to face it sooner or later. Since he would have to face it sooner or later, he might as well get used to it at once. A man must be ruthless to himself. Lu saw that his face was pale. He saw that his heart was nauseous. He saw that his physiology was slightly uncomfortable, but he still persevered. At least he did not vomit. After staying at the scene for half an hour until night fell, Lu felt that it was about time. Let's go. The Stormhawk brought Lu to the base camp of the 15th Mobile Unit. In the 15th Mobile Unit's first team, a few old men were talking to each other in front of the bonfire. At first, they talked about their gains, then they talked about their encounters during the day, occasionally sharing interesting things that happened today. Then, their topic turned to Lu. They had no choice. Lu was a newcomer and a young genius. As soon as he entered the first team, he defeated Shan Yu. His combat ability was quite good. It was his first mission today, so everyone was quite curious about his gains. How many crystal cores do you think Lu will get on his first mission? 3 bronze-grade beast crystal cores shouldn't be a problem, right? Shan Yu replied. Lu is quite capable. He should have no problem completing the guaranteed mission. 5. Wu Yuchen said. Lu's defense is very strong. As long as he's careful, he won't get hurt easily. If he specializes in hunting close combat savage beasts, he'll have a huge advantage. You guys really have faith in him, a middle-aged beastmaster said with a smile. I remember when I first came here, I only killed 2 fierce beasts on my first encounter. At that time, those old men comforted me, saying that I was already very outstanding to be able to hunt 2 fierce beasts of the same level on my first day. Wu Yuchen rolled his eyes. Lu isn't just any ordinary outstanding beast. Lu is back. They quickly saw Lu entering the camp. Lu's military uniform was still stained with blood. With just one look, one could tell that he must have had an intense battle. The beastmasters chatting in the center of the camp all looked at the bulging blood-stained bag on his waist. Wu Yuchen waved at Lu. Come here, Lu, Lu walked towards the crowd. As he walked, the bag on his waist made a rattling sound. Everyone present knew that it was the sound of a large number of crystal cores colliding. Did you kill those black iron fierce beasts today? Shan Yu asked with a smile. But killing black iron fierce beasts is fine too. 3 black iron top-grade fierce beast crystal cores are equivalent to 1 low-grade bronze crystal core. Killing 15 black iron top-grade fierce beasts can be considered as completing today's mission. No, I went to Violent Crocodile Beach. I feel that it's pretty good there. It suits me quite well. What? It can't be. The essence crystals in your bag are all from killing violent crocodiles. Everyone present was slightly surprised. They didn't expect that Lu would dare to go to Violent Crocodile Beach to kill violent crocodiles on the first day. Lu nodded and said, yes, how many did you kill? 50 to 60. Lu sat on a small stool next to the bonfire. I haven't counted them specifically, so they should be about the same. Some of them are not adult violent crocodiles. 50 to 60? Are you bragging? Shan Yu said in surprise. Those are bronze-grade fierce beasts. The kind that swarm in groups. Don't tell me they are waiting in line for you to kill them? I've been in the first team for 5 years. And the most powerful one I've ever seen was only 8 fierce beasts in one day. In the end, you killed 50 to 60 on the first day? Just because you can't do it doesn't mean that Lu can't do it, Wu Yuchen said from the side. Also, how many violent crocodiles did Lu kill? Won't we find out after seeing his harvest today? That's true. Let us see. Exactly, we'll find out after seeing it. The other beastmasters from the first team also said with a smile. Alright. Lu opened the bag and poured all the water blue crystal cores inside onto the grass. Violent crocodile were water-type fierce beasts. Their crystal cores were also water blue in color. Beastmasters were extremely sensitive to the level of their crystal cores, and could tell the energy fluctuation level of their crystal cores. Wow, so many. Most of them are bronze grade. Lu is really something. When I was bronze grade, Lu was just born. When Shan Yu first saw Lu's gains, he still couldn't believe it, but then he felt relieved. He chuckled and said, I told you. How can a beastmaster who can defeat me, Shan Yu, be an ordinary person? You're really thick-skinned, trying to flatter yourself. Right at that moment, Wu Yuchen smiled and said, Lu, if you only relied on that berserk bear of yours, you definitely wouldn't have been able to kill so many violent crocodiles. Your other pet beast shouldn't be simple either, right? She then looked around to see if the crystal cores of those violent crocodile corpses had been dug out. One of the beastmasters with a golden hound asked, do you think it could be 2 people? I don't know. They just flew away. Then what should we do? Keep them. Captain hasn't given the order for us to leave yet. To be honest, I feel that things are a bit tricky. That Beastmaster has a flying pet, and the Golden Hound can't smell anything. Lu didn't know that he had brushed past the members of the Berserk Bear mercenary group. He was only in a hurry because he had eaten a little after waking up. Lu only wanted to kill the fierce beasts seriously now. This world was too dangerous, he had to improve his strength properly. As for why he didn't go to Violent Crocodile Beach, it was actually because he was afraid of trouble. When he killed that group of ambushers, that young beast master said before he died that his uncle was the deputy commander of the Berserk Bear mercenary group. In Lu's heart, he was more or less worried about the Berserk Bear mercenary group. The Berserk Bear mercenary group was well known in 7-Star City. It was said that there were many powerful gold-grade beastmasters in the mercenary group. It was said that they were also in contact with a certain high-level military officer in 7-Star City. With Lu's current strength, he definitely could not be compared to them. Therefore, he decided to hide from them for the time being. Of course, Lu could also mention this to Morocco. However, Lu felt that there was no need to trouble the Guardian for such a small matter. He didn't want to owe Morocco a favor, as long as he was given some time. He didn't care about the Berserk Bear mercenary group at all. The Bronze Bull race was widely distributed in the plains at the foot of mysterious Fantasy Mountain. They were the same as the Violent Crocodiles, their growth potential was bronze grade. In other words, among the Bronze Bulls, the one with the highest growth potential, or the one with the highest strength, was only at top grade bronze. If they wanted to continue breaking through, they would need some heavenly and earthly treasures to help them break through the shackles of their bloodline. For Beast Masters, this was obviously not worth it. It was better to break off the contract with the Bronze Bulls and find a new divine pet with better growth potential, one that was at least silver grade and above. In a flash, more than 10 days had passed. During these 10 days, Lu's strength had also greatly increased. The strength of the Stormhawk had increased to bronze high grade. The strength of the Berserk Bear had also increased to bronze middle grade. Lu enjoyed this feeling of constantly gaining experience. After Lu killed a bronze bull with one punch, he heard a beautiful system notification sound. Ding! Your divine pet, Berserk Bear, has killed a bronze low-grade bronze bull. Express, 300. Ding! Your divine pet has fully awakened its talent, Rage Burst. Alright, let's continue. Hearing such good news, Lu was extremely satisfied. A talent like Rage Burst was completely picked up for nothing. After returning to the camp, Lu ate in the canteen of the mobile unit. Just as he was enjoying his meal, an expert middle-aged soldier appeared in front of him with a tray. Lu didn't pay much attention to it, but the other party directly opened his mouth. You are Lu, right? Yes, I am Lu. May I ask who you are? Let me introduce myself. I am the captain of the 15th Mobile Squad, 2nd Team, Tong Tien. Hello, Captain Tong, Lu, I have heard of you. You're the strongest genius in the history of 7-Star City. You flatter me, Captain Tong. I have seen the crystal cores you have handed in recently. They have far surpassed Beastmasters of the same level. Lu smiled. It's not too bad. Tong Tien held his chopsticks and said, I came to you this time to ask you if you would like to join our 2nd team. I'm having a great time in the 1st team. It was exactly what Lu meant. In the 1st team, he was having a great time. The presence of the captain, Mora, was very weak. Recently, the mission of the 15th Mobile Unit was to eliminate all the fierce beasts near 7-Star City. There were no other special missions. He worked hard every day to level up and raise his strength. At night, when he returned to the camp, he would chat with his friends from the 1st team, exchange information about each other, and exchange combat experience. His life was very fulfilling. Wouldn't he be making himself uncomfortable by changing teams at this time? Tong Tien, when he was rejected by Lu, wasn't angry at all. In that case, I won't force you. Thank you for your understanding, Captain, but the Deputy Guardian wants to see you. Lu's hand froze. Deputy Guardian? Yes, the Deputy Guardian has heard of your reputation and thinks highly of your potential. He wants to see you. There was indeed a Deputy Guardian in 7-Star City. His name was Bloom and he was mainly in charge of 7-Star City's government affairs. His reputation was good and it was said that he cooperated well with Morocco. Of course, these were all rumors. Only the higher-ups of 7-Star City knew the relationship between the two guardians. Lu stirred the soup on the plate. After thinking for a while, he asked in a low voice, can you let me think about it? What do I need to think about? The Lord Guardian, Bloom, wants to see you because he thinks highly of you. I know, but I still need to think about it, Lu said. Tomorrow. How about tomorrow? I'll give you an answer tomorrow. Okay, then I'll wait for you until tomorrow. After saying that, Tong Tien took his plate and left. He didn't even take a bite of his meal. Meanwhile, Lu was deep in thought. He was worried that he might get involved in the high-level battle of Seven-Star City. Lu could not be blamed for worrying over nothing. It was just that the deputy guardian of Seven-Star City suddenly wanted to see him. If there was no other first move, Lu himself would not believe it. To be honest, he had no interest in the battle between the higher-ups of Seven-Star City. He had always believed that strength was the root. It seems that even if I don't take sides, others will force me. This was the disadvantage of having a great reputation, as it was easy to be targeted by others. Thinking of the overbearing aura from the same day, Lu felt somewhat helpless. It was obviously impossible to stand on both sides at the same time. Hence, Lu hesitated for a moment before choosing to stand on Morocco's side. Other than the reason why Morocco treated him well, it was also because Lu's strength wasn't good enough. What did Bloom manage? He was in charge of the government affairs and the people's livelihood. What did Morocco manage? He was in charge of the defense of Seven-Star City and the reclamation troops. In this day and age, those who were strong and had control of the army were the real bosses. Even if Bloom could infiltrate some of his men into the military, it would not have much of an impact on Morocco. However, those who should show loyalty still had to show it. After Lu finished his meal, he found Sang Kun from the 15th Mobile Unit. He told Sang Kun about the matter that Deputy Guardian Bloom wanted. Sang Kun was Morocco's hardcore supporter. Morocco had said it personally. Otherwise, Lu would not have been sent to the 15th Mobile Unit. Sang Kun smiled. I will report this matter to the Lord Guardian. Then should I go? Don't worry about that Deputy City Lord, Sang Kun said. You can just refuse. In the 15th Mobile Unit, Tong Tien won't dare to touch you. But what if it's not the military camp? Sang Kun smiled. To be honest, your current importance is not enough to let them secretly attack you. These words made Lu feel awkward. When he thought about his own strength, he realized that he was still bronze-grade scum. It was true. At the moment, Lu had shown his outstanding talent and potential. However, these things could not affect the overall situation at all. Bloom did not fall out with Lord Guardian. It's just that he likes to do some small tricks behind the scenes. In fact, the Guardian has always known about this, but he did not take it to heart. I'm just afraid that he will target me. I'll remind the Guardian and Bloom to have a good talk about this matter. Your safety will definitely be guaranteed. Don't worry. Sang Kun thought for a moment and said, however, you have to be careful. There may be no hidden targets for you, but there may be some on the surface. Tong Tien is quite strong, but he doesn't have much magnanimity. What do you mean by openly targeting me? For example, they want to fight you. That's not a problem. If someone was willing to be abused, Lu would not refuse. As long as they were at the same level, Lu really did not have any opponents. He did not believe that anyone would be able to defeat his Stormhawk and Berserk Bear. It's good that you are confident. After Lu left, Sang Kun reported this matter to Morocco through a specially set up route by the military. The person who answered the phone was Adjutant Haas. After telling this matter to Adjutant Haas immediately reported the situation to Morocco. After Morocco learned of the situation, he laughed and said, "Hee, this kid, Lu, is not bad. I did not misjudge him." Adjutant Haas also commented, Lu is actually a very simple person. What he pursues is strength. He actually has no interest in other matters and does not care about them at all. The fact that he was able to tell this matter to the Guardian on his own accord proves that the Guardian's good intentions towards him were not in vain. Yes, I will talk to Bloom personally about this matter. The game between us does not have to involve a junior like Lu. Morocco stood up from the sofa and walked towards the door. But halfway through, he stopped again. He looked at Katya's room in confusion and asked, "Why has Katya been missing recently? Where did she go?" Adjutant Haas chuckled and said, "When I came here just now, I think I saw Katya go to Lu's house." Morocco rubbed his hair hard and said, This is really a case of a grown daughter not being able to stay." The next day, at night, Lu saw Tong Tien again. "Have you thought about it, Lu?" It seemed that he did not know that Lu had already reported this matter to Sang Kun. I appreciate the Deputy Guardian's kindness, but I've been busy with military affairs recently, so I can't spare the time. Immediately, Tong Tian's expression changed, and he hesitated for a moment before he persuaded, "What if the Deputy Guardian is willing to give you a platinum-grade divine beast egg?" Platinum-grade divine beast egg? Did he think that Lu had not seen the world? With the help of the system, Lu did not lack any pets with outstanding potential. Moreover, even divine beasts with mediocre potential could continue to grow and level up. He would not be covetous of any platinum-grade divine beasts at all. "Captain, I'm really sorry, I have my own stance." "Alright, don't regret it." After Tong Tian said those harsh words, he left immediately. However, Lu knew that this matter was not over yet. But it didn't matter. As long as it was within the rules, he would be able to accept it. Perhaps, the system might even be able to issue a mission. That would be the best. When the time came, if he could obtain some rewards, it would be helpful to the divine pets. Naturally, it would be beneficial to Lu as well. Therefore, not only was Lu not afraid, he was also looking forward to it. Riding on the Stormhawk, Lu once again found his prey. 7 bronze bulls were grazing on the grass. The bronze bulls were huge in size, covered in a greenish-black color, and had very sharp horns. As long as they were hit by the bronze bulls, even beasts of the same level as the bronze bulls would be killed instantly and their intestines would be pierced. "Stormhawk, I found prey." The Stormhawk dived down, and when it was more than 20 meters in the air, Lu directly jumped down. The fierce bear tattoo on Lu's body flashed with light. Bang! The earth was shaking. Lu fiercely crashed onto the ground, his feet sinking deep into the grass. But he was indeed not injured at all. This bit of impact was child's play to Lu. It was also at this time that the 7 bronze bulls had already set their eyes on Lu. The bronze bulls mainly ate grass, that was for sure. But that didn't mean that they didn't eat meat. Sometimes, they didn't mind changing their tastes. At this moment, on a mountain not far away from Lu, a group of mercenaries heard the sound of Lu landing. They went around the dense forest and looked in the direction of the sound. "Who is that? Why is there a youth there? No, judging from his clothes, he should be from the military. The bronze bull has rushed over. Why is that guy still not running? Could it be that he was scared silly?" The 7 bronze bulls, almost at the instant Lu landed on the ground, flew up with their 4 hooves, lowered their heads, raised their horns, and ran crazily towards Lu. Lu did not dodge. He rolled up his sleeves, held his breath, and focused, then he growled in a low voice, a fierce surprise attack. There was a loud bang. Lu stomped on the ground and rushed towards the strongest of the 7 bronze bulls. The mercenaries in the distance could not believe their eyes. Never in their wildest dreams would they have thought that the young beast master would not run away when he was attacked by a group of bronze bulls. Instead, he chose to charge towards the bronze bulls. Was he trying to get himself killed? In the blink of an eye, Lu had already rushed in front of the bronze bull. Some of the soft-hearted mercenaries had already closed their eyes, unable to bear to see this cruel scene. Bang! A muffled sound rang out. That delicate and handsome youth and the bronze bull collided. Following that, something unexpected happened to the mercenaries. The young man grabbed a bronze bull with both hands and flipped it over. A silver-grade beast master? Oh my god, such terrifying strength. Is this an expert from the military? Lu grabbed the bronze bull and threw it at his companion. The strong talent of the berserk bear allowed Lu to have powerful strength. The 7 bronze bulls began to attack Lu, but they could not break through his defense at all. Even their strongest weapon, the sharp horns on their heads, could only leave a white mark on Lu's body. Lu clenched his fists and punched the bronze bull's head. Bang! 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 A sound that sounded like a drum was heard. It charged at the heart of the mercenary group. After 3 punches, a bronze bull fell to the ground. Ding! Your divine pet, berserk bear, has killed a bronze low-grade bronze bull. Express, 300. Ding! Your divine pet, berserk bear, has killed a bronze low-grade bronze bull. Express, 300. 3 bronze bulls were directly killed by Lu's fists. The bronze bulls' heads were directly blown apart, and their brains and blood were left all over the ground. The other 4 bronze bulls were scared out of their wits and immediately fled in all directions. Stormhawk, kill them! The Stormhawk, which was patrolling in the air, let out a loud and clear cry as it left many shadows in the air as it dived down. None of the 4 bronze bulls were spared. The bronze bulls ran very quickly, but they still couldn't escape the pursuit of the Stormhawk. The mercenaries hiding in the forest were terrified. This is the strength of our 7-star city's reclamation troops? Even a young man is so powerful, shouldn't we be happy? After killing the 7 bronze bulls, Lu used his fist to smash open the bronze bulls' hard skulls and began to dig out their crystal cores. The mercenaries in the distance were trembling in fear. With the strength of his fist, if he were to smash their heads, he could easily blow them up. After digging out 3 crystal cores, Lu looked at the gloomy sky and prayed that it would not rain during the day. Otherwise, it would affect his follow-up actions. Just as Lu was about to search for the bodies of the other 4 bronze bulls, he suddenly discovered that the entire land had been dyed a fiery red. The number of fiery red enemies, the number of fiery red grasslands. And his palms were also fiery red. Countless fierce beasts began to run for their lives. In the sky, there were flying fierce beasts flying frantically. Lu could also feel the fear and unyielding will of the Stormhawk. What was going on? Lu suddenly raised his head and saw a scene that he would never forget for the rest of his life. The sky seemed to be on fire. He saw a fiery red bird-type fierce beast slowly gliding across the sky in the west. That big bird looked very much like the legendary phoenix. Its body was burning with raging flames. It was beautiful and covered the sky. The flower mark on top of its head, the thick layer of clouds, had all disappeared because of its appearance. It flew in the sky, and even the sun wasn't as dazzling as it. Even though he knew that the crazy-looking bird had to be very, very far above, Lu could still feel waves of heat assaulting him. Lu could feel the fear that came from the depths of his heart. This instinctive fear made his legs go weak, and he wanted to kneel on the ground. This was the pressure from the fierce beast in the sky. Even if that fierce beast was still more than 100 kilometers away from Lu, even if it did not have thought of unleashing its divine might on Lu, of course, Lu wouldn't kneel. He was still desperately holding on, absolutely not kneeling. He couldn't kneel, Lu repeatedly reminded himself. In this life, other than his parents, there was nothing that could make him kneel to the ground. Even if this was perhaps the most powerful fierce beast that Lu had ever seen, there was no way it could make him kneel. He could feel the fear of the Stormhawk, but the Stormhawk was still very stubborn. It endured the fear with all its might and stubbornly stayed in the air. The unruly and unbelieving Stormhawk always believed that he was also the overlord of the sky. Even the Stormhawk had worked so hard, he couldn't give up. Lu pursed his dry lips and muttered to himself, "This is the legendary phoenix." Very quickly, he saw the information of that fierce beast. Name: Nirvana Phoenix. Talent: 1. Nirvana Rebirth. Myth: 2. Body of the Fire God. Myth: 3. World Extinguishing Fire. Myth. Growth Potential: Top Grade God, Strength Level, Low Grade God. Attributes: Flight, Fire. Skills: 1. Firestorm. 2. Falling Feather Formation. 3. All Things Burning. 3. Nirvana Rebirth. 5. Fire Clone. 6. Blazing Sky. 7. Flame Transformation. God Grade Strength: a series of mythical grade, peerless grade, and rare grade talents with more than 20 skills made Lu's mouth dry and his scalp numb. So, this was the legendary divine beast? At this moment, Lu didn't know. Due to the suppression inadvertently emitted by the Nirvana Phoenix, all the fierce beasts were prostrated on the ground. Shan Yu, Wu Yuchen, Tong Tian, and even Sang Kun were all lying on the ground due to the fear in their hearts. Meanwhile, 7-Star City was in a mess. Countless civilians were lying on the ground, shivering. Even the guardian of 7-Star City, Morocco, was also lying on the ground, sweating profusely. Deep underground, those demonized earthworm fierce beasts were curled up into a ball, pretending to be dead. Within a radius of several hundred kilometers in the entire 7-Star City, only Lu was still able to stand at his original spot. Only the Stormhawk was still able to persist in the air, not falling down. After more than 20 minutes, the Nirvana Phoenix finally disappeared. The dimension left behind a fiery red halo in the east. After the pressure disappeared, Lu sat down on the ground. He took out a water bottle and gulped it down for himself. Wiping the sweat off his forehead, he saw the Stormhawk landing beside him. It seemed that the Stormhawk was not feeling well either. "System, do you think I can capture a Nirvana Phoenix as a divine pet in the future?" Yes. The system replied, but host, you can also raise a similar divine pet yourself. I just want to see what it feels like to ride on the back of a phoenix. As soon as Lu said that, the Stormhawk's head rubbed against his head. Lu quickly smiled and said, forget it. Maybe riding on the back of the Nirvana Phoenix will burn my feet. My family's Stormhawk is the best. That's right. The Stormhawk seemed to be a little jealous. When the Stormhawk heard Lu's words, it happily rubbed his face gently. Lu could feel the joy in the Stormhawk's heart. Let's continue to improve our strength, so what if it was the Nirvana Phoenix? Lu didn't care. He believed that one day, he would be able to cultivate a divine pet that was comparable to the Nirvana Phoenix. At that time, he would capture the Nirvana Phoenix and lock it in a cage, playing with it every day. It was not until evening that Lu returned to the camp. When he returned to the camp, Lu found that all 17 Beast Masters of the first team were there. This kind of situation did not happen in the past. Some Beast Masters were fighting outside. Sometimes, it was normal for them not to come back for 2 or 3 days. Lu had the Stormhawk. He had to be extremely fast to run back every day. Lu, why are you only back now? Wu Yuchen saw Lu and immediately called out to him. It's already so late. I thought something had happened to you. I realized that the fierce beasts today were especially easy to kill, so I came back a little late. This was petrification. When the Nirvana Phoenix was young, many fierce beasts didn't even have time to recover before they ran into Lu. In the end, of course, they were mercilessly harvested by Lu. Lu reaped a great harvest. You didn't see that phoenix-like fierce beast this morning. I did, sigh. Wu Yuchen rubbed her forehead with her hand. You really are a thick-headed person. Who cares about so much? That phoenix is just revealing its colors. If that Nirvana Phoenix hadn't been passing by, no one in 7-Star City would have been spared. It didn't even have to do anything. As long as it flew a little lower, the whole land would be scorched. Lu's words comforted the other Beastmasters. Yes, Lu is right. That's what I admire about Lu. He is indeed a genius. He is born to be open-minded. In this world, even a platinum-grade Beastmaster can't say that it's safe. Why are we thinking so much? On the second day after the Nirvana Phoenix disappeared, trouble finally came to find Lu on the same day. As soon as Lu returned to the camp, Shan Yu handed him a letter. On the letter, there were 2 big words, challenge letter. In this world, it was extremely popular to fight and challenge others. In the military camp, there were almost no other forms of entertainment. Sparring had become the most popular form of entertainment. Shan Yu asked, do you accept? Sparring required the other party's consent. If the other party did not agree, they could not forcefully attack the other party. On the same day, he was the team leader and was very powerful. That was why Shan Yu asked this question. His tone was filled with worry. As long as the opponent is a bronze grade, I can accept it. Lu nodded immediately. As long as the opponent used a bronze grade fierce beast, he was confident that he could win the match. Shan Yu laughed loudly. You have ambition. As expected of someone who can defeat me. The other members of the first team also surrounded him. They all cheered him on. Don't lose. You are representing our first team. The members of our first team are all elites. That's right. Give them a good beating. It's best if you use that berserk bear of yours. On the ground, there should be very few bronze-grade divine beasts that can defeat the berserk bear. Lu opened the letter of challenge and agreed to meet the next morning. The next morning after receiving the letter of challenge, Lu walked to the agreed-upon location after having breakfast. The camp of the second team was near the first team. The agreed location of the challenge was in the empty space between the camps of both sides. The scope of the battle between bronze-grade beast masters was not large, so the requirement for the area of the field was not large. When Lu dared to come, the scene was already surrounded by beast masters. The vast majority of the sparring and challenges were limited to the members of the teams. If it was sparring between members of different teams, it would involve the honor and face of the 2 teams. Honor and face were the issues that the soldiers of the reclamation unit cared about the most. In addition, Lu could harvest a large number of bronze-grade beast essence crystals every day. Unknowingly, his reputation rose in the 15th mobile unit. And there were many beastmasters who had heard of Lu's reputation but had never seen him in person. That was why so many beastmasters came to watch this challenge. Wu Yuchen said loudly, Lu, we are here to cheer for you. Yes, we are all here to cheer for you. Lu saw many of his comrades in the first team, including his squad leader, Mora. So that's Lu, he is indeed very young. I heard that he's only 16 years old. No way? It's so exaggerated. Are you kidding? Lu is known as the #1 genius in the history of 7-Star City. Really? Of course it's true. I heard that Lu graduated from the Divine Beast Academy in less than a month? Hiss. My god, if this is true, Lu is indeed the #1 genius in 7-Star City. This is the first time I've heard of someone who could graduate from the Divine Beast Academy within a month. Does this mean that Lu's Divine Beast only took a month to level up from Awakening to Bronze? That's right, it only took a month for Lu's Divine Pet to level up from just Awakening to Bronze. Oh my god, this is simply unbelievable. I thought I was dreaming. The Beast Masters gave way to Lu one after another. Lu saw Tong Tian and a handsome young man. Lu, you're here? This is your opponent, Tira, the young genius of our second team, Tong Tian said with a smile. Tira is your senior. He graduated 3 years earlier than you. Tira? Isn't that the former genius of the Divine Beast Academy? I heard that he also applied to graduate in advance. Yes, I've heard that Tira has a golden saber eagle. It is very powerful. Yes, I've seen it too. I've heard that the golden saber eagle was able to challenge those of a higher level. All the bronze-grade fierce beasts in the second team were beaten up by that golden saber eagle. Tira smiled at Lu and said, Junior Lu, I have long heard of your reputation in the second team. I didn't expect that we would still be able to spar this time. Please give me some pointers, Senior, N. Don't worry, I will give you some pointers. Hearing this, Lu was in a bad mood. This guy really treated me as a junior? Didn't this guy realize that I was just being polite just now? Oh right, I heard that your first divine pet is a flying type. Tira crossed his arms and smiled. I won't take advantage of you. Why don't we have a competition of flying type divine pets? Lu didn't say anything, but Shan Yu shouted from the side, Lu, don't agree to him. Use your berserk bear. Wu Yuchen also echoed from the side, right, Lu. If you were to compete with him on the ground divine pet, he definitely wouldn't be able to win against you. Tira had made this request after careful consideration. Tong Tian had told him before that Lu's berserk bear had extremely strong defensive capabilities. Tira's strongest divine beast was the golden saber eagle that Deputy Guardian Bloom had given him. That was why he wanted to use the golden saber eagle to deal with Lu. That was the only way to ensure that everything was safe. Tira was courting death. He had to be careful. When he saw that Lu did not speak, he thought that Lu was afraid. Hence, he said with a smile, if you don't have any information about my flying type pet, we can also compete with the others. Alright, let's compete with the flying type pet. Tira smiled proudly. His plan had succeeded. He knew that a young genius like Lu would definitely be proud and could not stand being goaded. Sigh. Shan Yu covered his face in discomfort. Why doesn't Lu listen to advice? Because he was defeated by Lu, he was the person who did not want Lu to fail the most among everyone present. Deep in his heart, he hoped that Lu could win the competition. That's right, Lu is still too young. Lu might not know Tira's trump card. Everyone was discussing animatedly. They did not think highly of Lu, but Lu was secretly laughing in his heart. What these people did not know was that his strongest was actually not the berserk bear, but the stormhawk that had 2 extraordinary grade talents. It was just that he had used the berserk bear more often in the military camp, causing many people to not know that he also had a flying type divine pet. Tong Tian whispered to Tira, remember what I said. Okay, before the battle, Tong Tian had told Tira that he hoped Tira could seriously injure Lu's divine pet and teach Lu a lesson. If he accidentally killed it, that would be the best. Come out, golden saber eagle. The golden saber eagle that had golden feathers all over its body and looked extremely handsome charged into the sky. Everyone looked at the golden saber eagle that had spread its wings and exclaimed in admiration. A golden saber eagle with gold grade potential is extremely rare. That's right, it's a pity that it's too expensive, we can't afford it at all. We can only be envious, let's just take a look. When Lu saw the golden saber eagle, he immediately knew the situation of the golden saber eagle. Name: Golden Saber Eagle. Talent: Saber, Spear, and Sword Feathers, rare. Growth potential: Gold grade, Strength level, top grade Bronze. Attributes: Flying, Gold. Loyalty: 66. Skills. 1. Tearing claw. 2. Steel wings. 3. Sword of wings. 3. Golden feathered body. 5. Golden blade peck. Saber, spear, and sword feathers. Rare. This divine pet has sharp wings that are stronger than blades, spears, swords, and halberds. Its lethality is extremely high. This golden saber eagle was indeed a little powerful. It actually had a rare combat talent. However, it was still far from being comparable to the Stormhawk. Right at this moment, Lu heard the system notification sound as he wished. Mission announcement. Defeat the golden saber eagle. Mission success. Host can choose any of the golden saber eagle's talents or skills. This mission, the system's announcement was very timely. Tira said proudly, "Don't just stand there, it's your turn." Lu was stunned and Tira felt that it was normal. After all, his golden saber eagle had a body full of golden feathers. It was very eye-catching wherever it went. "Okay, Stormhawk, you can come out too." The Stormhawk was like a black lightning bolt, charging straight into the sky. Just by looking at its figure, the Stormhawk had a wingspan of 16 meters. It had already surpassed the golden saber eagle. Immediately, there was a wave of exclamations. This divine pet of Lu's is really not bad. It's actually stronger than Tira's golden saber eagle. Combat strength is not determined by its size, right? That divine pet of Lu's seems to be only a high-grade bronze. Lu's Stormhawk was indeed only a high-grade bronze. As for Tira's top-grade bronze golden saber eagle, that was no problem at all. Tira's face turned solemn when he saw Lu's Stormhawk. As a veteran silver-grade beast master, he could feel that the Stormhawk was extraordinary just by relying on his experience. He didn't expect that Lu still had such a trick up his sleeve. But now that things had come to this, there was nothing more to say. Since both sides are ready, I declare the start of the competition. As soon as he finished his words, Tira rushed to issue an order. Golden saber eagle, use your steel wings and gold feathered body. Get close to it and fight it in close combat. The golden saber eagle was in close combat again. Lu ordered, Stormhawk, directly use chain wind blades. Hearing Lu's order, Tira formed a mocking smile on his face. A gold-feathered body golden saber eagle would not be afraid of a few wind blades as long as the golden saber eagle got close to its opponent. In the sky, the Stormhawk flapped its wings, and a huge wind blade tore through the sky. With a sharp whistling sound, it directly shot toward the approaching golden saber eagle. When they saw the 9 wind blades, the pupils of some beastmasters who recognized the skill shrank. They could feel that the 9 wind blades contained a powerful energy. That energy had already surpassed bronze grade. In the sky, the golden saber eagle also sensed something was wrong. However, it was already too late to dodge. The golden saber eagle was rushing towards the Stormhawk. The 9 huge wind blades had already sealed off the golden saber eagle's escape route. At this moment, the golden saber eagle's body glowed with a golden light as it activated its gold feather body. From the looks of it, it seemed like it wanted to take the blow head on. However, was it that easy to dodge the Stormhawk's continuous wind blades? The green wind blades slashed onto the golden saber eagle's body and the gold feather body form on the golden saber eagle's body was instantly disintegrated. Following a shrill bird's cry, the wind blades left a deep wound on the golden saber eagle's body. Then, the second wind blade came, and the third wind blade came. When the third wind blade hit the golden saber eagle was sent flying, and then fell to the ground in a parabola. Golden feathers and blood filled the sky. Tira widened his eyes and looked at the golden saber eagle falling to the ground. He hadn't reacted yet. Now, Tira wasn't the only one who hadn't reacted. Tong Tian, Shan Yu, Wu Yuchen, the members of the first and second teams, as well as the other beastmasters, all hadn't reacted yet. Just one move. Lu's flying-type pet used one move and defeated Tira's proud golden saber eagle. Was the gap that big? Wu Yuchen said. Lu's pet is too strong. I think it's even stronger than his berserk bear. Shan Yu laughed. It's fine. As long as he doesn't lose, it's not a problem. But I didn't expect this kid to hide such a powerful pet. Very good. Lu didn't embarrass the first team. Tira's golden saber eagle seems to be heavily injured. Then he deserves it. He can't even take a single move, and he still has the nerve to challenge Lu. Lu is the true genius. That's right, and at this time, Lu had already received a system notification. Ding! Congratulations host. Your divine pet, Stormhawk, has defeated the Golden Saber Eagle. Host can choose any of the Golden Saber Eagle's talent or any skill. Lu replied without any hesitation, I choose the Golden Saber Eagle's talent, saber, spear, and sword feathers. Any skills the Stormhawk could learn on its own. However, talent was determined by nature. Moreover, the Golden Saber Eagle's talent was a rare grade talent, which was very valuable. It could even raise the Stormhawk's growth potential. Ding! Congratulations, host. Your divine pet, Stormhawk, has obtained a rare talent, blade, spear, and sword feathers. Its growth potential has been raised from mid-grade Emperor to high-grade Emperor. The further he went, the harder it would be for his pet's growth potential to increase. Lu was already prepared for this. The attributes panel of the Stormhawk was updated very quickly. Name: Stormhawk. Talent: 1. King of Storms, Extraordinary, 2. Dark Knight Meteor, Extraordinary, 3. Saber, Spear, and Sword Feathers, Rare, 4. Eagle Eye, Ordinary. Growth Potential: Top Grade Emperor, Strength Level, High Grade Bronze. Experience Points: 81,250 100,000. Attributes: Flying, Metal, Wind. Loyalty: 99. Skills: 1. Windblade, 2. Ultimate Speed, 3. Rapid Killing, 4. Golden Feather Body, 5. Chain Windblades, 5. Skytearing Claw. Tira ran towards the direction where the Golden Saber Eagle fell in a panic. He saw Lu's divine pet hovering high in the sky with its head held high. Tong Tien's anger came at the same time. Team leader, it's time to announce the results, right? Tong Tien gritted his teeth and announced, this round, Lu wins. Hearing the enemy announce his victory, Lu was in a great mood. So he smiled and asked, Team leader, is there anyone else from the second team who wants to challenge me? As long as it's a competition between bronze-grade divine pets, I'm fine with it. It saves you guys from looking for me to challenge you if you have nothing to do in the future. Why don't we settle it together today? Since he had already offended Tong Tien, and Tong Tien was not a magnanimous person anyway, he might as well offend him completely. Tong Tien looked at the members of the second team. More than half of the members of the second team had lowered their heads. The remaining ones who did not lower their heads were those silver-grade beast tamers who did not have bronze-grade divine beasts. The members of Team 2 had bronze-grade divine pets. Tira's Golden Saber Eagle was already the strongest among them. Tira's Golden Saber Eagle was instantly killed by Lu's Stormhawk. If the others sent their divine pets up, it would be like sending food to the table. Looks like there isn't any more? If there isn't, then goodbye. Lu turned around and left with a smile on his face. A few of the younger members of the team immediately surrounded Lu. There was nothing they could do about it. Lu's performance was just too amazing. Shan Yu laughed and said, Lu, you are indeed a man who can defeat me. You are indeed very strong. Wu Yuchen laughed and scolded, forget it, don't flatter yourself. Not far away, Sang Kun and Mora stood beside the barracks. They had witnessed the match with their own eyes. Sang Kun laughed and said, indeed, he is indeed a man who the Guardian has set his eyes on. Lu's talent is really very strong. Who knows, our 7-star city might have a beast master that surpasses platinum grade. Mora also nodded. Lu, this kid, has a bright future. Tell me, can Lu represent our 7-star city to participate in that competition? It shouldn't be possible, right? Mora was shocked and shook his head. Lu is still too young. His strength has not reached the standard yet. Sang Kun also nodded. Anyway, he is still young. He is not yet 18 years old. Sooner or later, he will go. After returning to the camp to rest for a while, Lu went to the registration office and registered to go out. When the young soldier in charge of registration saw that Lu was going to register to go out, he asked in surprise, "You're going out right now after experiencing a big battle?" "Yes, I can't stay idle." After Lu registered his name and left around the time of his return, the young soldier looked at Lu and said in an envious tone, "It would be great if I could be as good as Lu." "What's wrong with you?" Daydreaming, behind the young soldier, an old soldier with white hair carried a kettle and placed it in front of him. "Go to the canteen and bring me a pot of boiling water." 10 days later, Lu was still working hard to deal with the bronze bulls in mysterious Fantasy Mountain. Since the last time he saw the Nirvana Phoenix, he had worked even harder. Ding! Your divine pet, Stormhawk, has killed a black iron mid-grade bronze bull. Express, 10. Ding! Your divine pet, Stormhawk, has killed a black iron low-grade bronze bull. Express, 5. This was a little bronze bull that had just been born. Lu did not let it go either. Without any experience points, it was now his lifeblood. It was very precious. Ding! Your divine pet, Berserk Bear, has killed a bronze low-grade bronze bull. Express, 300. Ding! Your divine pet, Stormhawk, has killed a bronze mid-grade bronze bull. Express, 1000. Ding! Your divine pet, Stormhawk, has leveled up to top-grade bronze. The Stormhawk's level had finally increased. The Stormhawk slowly descended and began to devour the bronze bull's flesh and blood to replenish the energy consumption of its body. Lu, on the other hand, walked towards the east because there was still a herd of bulls to the east. In any case, he was going up against this group of bronze bulls. His Berserk Bear was also about to level up. The Berserk Bear was only middle-grade bronze, so the express required to level up would be a little less. Unfortunately, the Stormhawk's battle speed was too fast. Lu had brought the Berserk Bear along, so he did not kill as many as the Stormhawk. 7 days later, Lu heard a notification from the system. The Berserk Bear had finally leveled up to middle-grade bronze. Lu took a deep breath. After almost a month of intense battle, he was also a little tired. Come out. The Berserk Bear's tall body stood in front of Lu, blocking the warm sunlight. The moment the Berserk Bear appeared, it tore apart the bronze bull's body and began to eat. With a wave of his hand, the Stormhawk flew down. Just as it was about to hit Lu, it turned into a ray of light and merged into Lu's body. With the experience from last time, Lu always made sure that he could borrow the power of the divine pet at any time. In the wild, beast masters had to learn to protect themselves. Almost all humans knew that when fighting with beast masters, they had to fight to kill the beast master first. Because of the upgrade, the Berserk Bear urgently needed to replenish its energy in order to officially reach the standard of a high-grade bronze divine pet. After waiting for it to eat for more than half an hour, Lu watched as it ate the adult bronze bull until only its skeleton was left. Lu carried a bronze bull's hind legs and rode on the Stormhawk, flying toward the military camp. He planned to go home for a trip. The reclamation troops were not in a war. As long as the number of crystal cores was enough, they could go home and rest for 3 days every month. It had been almost a month since he left, but Lu had not gone back yet. He still wanted to go home to relax and see Hestia and Shu Xiaoxiao. And little Siri. Lu had gone to the Starry Hotel to look for Claire, but Claire was not in the hotel. The hotel manager told Lu that Claire had left with a group of mysterious people and left him a letter. In Claire's letter, it was written that these mysterious people came from a mysterious sect and wanted to take Claire as a disciple. Because Lu was still studying at the Divine Beast Academy, there was no point for him to take her alone in the Star Hotel. Therefore, she planned to study with these mysterious people. She would come back in a few years. By then, Claire would have learned a lot of things and would not worry young master. Claire did not expect Lu to graduate from the Divine Beast Academy in a month's time. When Lu read the letter, he only shook his head. He was not unhappy or worried. The fact that Claire was recognized by the mysterious sect proved Claire's potential. When Lu bought Claire, he saw that Claire had a lot of luck. Now, it seemed that this mysterious sect should be Claire's luck. This was Claire's opportunity, so Lu was not worried. When Claire returned in the future, she would be of great help to him. Little Claire, you must work hard. This young master is still waiting for you to serve him. Not long after Lu left, more than 10 mercenaries passed by the corpses of the dead bronze bulls. At this moment, from the group of mercenaries, suddenly came a rapid barking. Ah Tongwo, who was walking at the front of the group, asked, "What happened to your golden hound?" The beast master of the Berserk Bear mercenary group replied, reporting to Captain, "My golden hound seems to smell something special." "What smell? I don't know yet. I need to communicate with the golden hound properly." The beast master answered with trepidation. Everyone in the Berserk Bear mercenary group knew that their captain had been in a bad temper these few days. Okay. Thus, the whole group stopped. Soon, everyone heard the Beastmaster talking with the Golden Hound. Soon, an excited expression suddenly appeared on the Beastmaster's face. He asked with some excitement, "You mean, you smelled the scent of the bullet?" The Golden Hound nodded. The beast master quickly ran to Tongwo and reported, "Leader, leader, the golden hound told me that the thing that killed your nephew stayed here for a short time. I knew that sooner or later, I would definitely be able to find him. After almost a month, I still managed to find his tracks." Tongwo said viciously, "I was wondering why there wasn't a similar presence on the violent crocodile beach. It turns out that he came to kill the bronze bulls." "Don't worry, Captain Tongwo. We will definitely be able to find him." The golden hound began to search around for Lu. Soon, they found the corpse of the basic bronze bull. "Very good. Since he likes to kill bronze bulls, we'll just wait for him here. When the time comes, I'll tear him into pieces." Lu returned to the military camp and went through the leave procedures. He immediately took a 3-day leave. Perhaps it was a habit from his past life that he didn't take all 3 days of leave. Lu felt sorry for himself. After Shan Yu and the others greeted him, he carried the bronze bull leg and took the military car to the subway station. Then he took the earthworm subway back to 7-Star City. When he got home, it was almost evening. He knocked on the door, and it was Xiao Xiao who opened it. Xiao Xiao gave Lu a bear hug directly. Xiao Xiao had already completely treated Lu as family. However, after entering the door, Lu met a guest that he had never expected. Katya. Katya was sitting on the sofa, and there were 3 cups of tea and coffee on the coffee table. "Lu, are you back on vacation today?" "Yes, Auntie, I'm back for my vacation." Lu looked at Shu Dahai's mother, Hestia. The life in the city these few days had made Hestia look much better. Hestia stood up with a smile and said, "How is the army? Were you injured?" "No, how could I be injured? Our work over there is still relatively easy." "Aunt Hestia, I still have things to do at home. I'll go back first." "Aren't you staying for dinner?" "No, Lu just came back today. You guys should get together properly." Katya waved at Lu, smiled sweetly, and left gracefully. "Auntie, what is Katya doing?" Hestia smiled and said, "Ever since we moved here, Katya has helped our family a lot." Xiao Xiao said from the side, "Sister Katya is very good. She brought us a lot of delicious food." This girl was obviously bribed by Katya. "Oh, I heard from Katya that she is your classmate?" "Yes, she is indeed my classmate, it was not wrong to say so." However, when Lu saw the smiling face of Hestia, he added, "However, she is my classmate in grade 3, 3 years older than me." Who knew that Hestia would say with a smile, "She is only 3 years older, besides, it is not bad to be 3 years younger than a girl." How is it not bad? Lu shook his head helplessly and decided to tell the truth to Hestia. "Aunt, Katya is also the daughter of the guardian of 7-Star City." Hestia said in surprise. What? In Hestia's eyes, the daughter of the guardian of 7-Star City was definitely of high status. "It can't be," Xiao Xiao said in surprise. "Sister Katya's father is actually the guardian. How powerful." "He is indeed very powerful," Lu nodded. "But don't be too concerned about her status. Just treat her as a friend." Lu knew that Hestia and Xiao Xiao had just arrived in the inner city. If they did not know anyone, it would inevitably be a little lonely. Therefore, it was a good thing to be able to get to know Katya and the others. He was afraid that after revealing Katya's identity, Hestia and Xiao Xiao would not dare to get to know Katya. After all, the people of this world were still very respectful towards the nobles, especially the guardian of 7-Star City. However, in Lu's eyes, everyone was the same. They would not be treated differently just because the other party was a noble or a commoner. As for Lord Guardian Morocco, he was only stronger than him at the moment. As long as he was given some time, Lu believed that he would definitely be able to become a beast master and rune master that was stronger than Morocco. Lu took 3 days off at home. Every day, he would happily brew a pot of tea and bask in the sun in the garden. He felt that he was living the retirement life of an old man. However, Lu still enjoyed this leisurely life after experiencing a long battle. It was like a spring. After being in the process of squeezing for a long time, it would always think of the moment when it rebounded, not to mention a human. Katya had also come to look for him. The two of them had a question and answer session and were chatting casually. Katya was very curious about Lu's position in the military camp. Lu had also told her about hunting fierce beasts. How should he put it? Actually, Lu still had a good impression of Katya. Katya's looks were absolutely perfect, she was very beautiful. Moreover, her personality was also quite good. She was lively, cheerful, and understanding. Warm and generous, not the kind of girl who hid everything in her heart. With such a girl, Lu felt relaxed and happy. Lu didn't know that while he was staying in the safe zone of the inner city, enjoying the leisurely life accompanied by beautiful women, another group of people was squatting in the living area of the bronze bulls, bitterly waiting for Lu's arrival. 1 day had passed. 2 days had passed. The people of the Berserk Bear mercenary group were suspicious of life. Especially Ah Tongwo, who said with a gloomy face, "Masha, how's the investigation going?" The beast master who owned a golden hound, named Masha, answered in fear, "There are more than 10 beast masters in the vicinity, but none of them is the person we are looking for." Ah Tongwo gritted his teeth and said, "It has been 2 days, and we haven't seen a single person." "Yes, it has been 2 days, Masha said helplessly. "Captain, do you think that bastard will change places to hunt again?" It was really possible. After all, that bastard had a criminal record. "Then let's wait 1 more day and see." Ah Tongwo had a belly full of anger and was unable to vent it. He had already waited for 2 days. If there was still no sign of him on the 3rd day, he would definitely take it out on this Masha beast master. On the afternoon of the 3rd day, Lu slowly took the autumn clothes subway and left 7-Star City, returning to the military camp. And at this time, Ah Tongwo no longer had any patience. He was the vice captain of the Berserk Bear mercenary group. He couldn't let the injured people stay here with him every day because of his personal grudges. At this rate, he could only drink the wind from the northwest. The mercenaries could gather together not for brotherhood, but purely for profit, to hunt and obtain crystal cores and gold coins in the future. The beast master named Masha appeared with the golden hound. His face was very ugly, and his forehead was full of sweat. He stammered, "Captain. Captain, there is no smell of that bastard anywhere." "Are you sure you are serious about searching, Captain?" "I am already very serious. I have let the golden hound smell all the bronze bull corpses." Masha pointed at the beast master who was protecting him from behind and said, "They have been following me all this time. They can prove it for me." Ah Tongwo nodded and frowned. He knew that these people under him would definitely not deceive him on this matter. "Captain, should we continue to wait?" a beast master asked with some depression. "It has already been 3 days. I reckon that bastard will not appear. He might have already changed places." The other beast masters also said, "That's right, Captain. We haven't dared to do anything for the past 3 days. If this continues, we can only drink the wind from the northwest. The other party is very careful. They might have already left this area." Ah Tongwo began to hesitate because what his subordinate said was very reasonable. If the other party really left this place, they couldn't wait here forever. Moreover, because of personal grudges, it affected the team's mission. Even the captain would blame him. A private mercenary group wasn't an army. The army absolutely obeyed the orders of the higher-ups. And mercenary groups only gathered together for the sake of benefits. At the crucial moment, the members of these small teams might not necessarily listen to him, the leader of the small mercenary group. The other members of the Berserk Bear mercenary group saw that Ah Tongwo was still hesitating, thus, they suggested, "Captain, how about this? Let Masha stay behind. No matter what, he is a silver-grade beast master. In this area, as long as he doesn't run around, his safety is not a problem. Let him wait here for a few days. If that person appears, let him remember the other party's facial features and then inform us. This way, nothing will be delayed." Once Ah Tongwo heard this suggestion, he agreed with it. He turned to look at Masha. "Masha, are you willing to wait here for a few days?" What choice did Masha have? His own regiment commander had already spoken. How could he refuse? "Captain, I can." Ah Tongwo patted Masha's shoulder in satisfaction. "Very good. Don't worry, I'll make it up to you. It's my duty to serve the leader. I don't need any compensation." Ah Tongwo smiled. "Don't say anything nice. I will definitely give you what you need. You have to pay attention to your safety here." Thus, the Berserk Bear mercenary group left, leaving Masha alone. Time passed quickly. Lu's 3-day holiday ended and he returned to the military camp. At this time, he was already thinking about what he should choose for his 3rd divine pet. The Stormhawk already had the strength of a top-grade bronze, and if it advanced 1 step further, it would become a silver grade. Once the Stormhawk's strength reached silver grade, his physique would receive a new round of strengthening. At that time, he would be able to sign a 3rd divine pet. After bidding farewell to his teammates, Lu returned to his simple barracks. The next day, the diligent Lu headed to the area where the bronze bulls gathered. As soon as possible, reaching silver grade was his goal. A silver grade beast master was the starting point of a true beast master. With the three divine pets working together, beast masters would gradually have the strength to suppress higher level fierce beasts. To beast masters, the most important thing was a group fight. If the divine beasts under their command didn't turn into Gukin and there were only one or two of them, how could he be considered a beast master? Sitting on the wings of the Stormhawk, listening to the roaring of the wind by his ears, looking down at the swarms of bronze bulls on the ground, Lu felt that the air was sweet. Standing on the grass, Lu began to provoke the nearest group of bronze bulls. When the bulls wanted to rush over, Lu used his Berserk Bear's ability. Just as Lu was wantonly slaughtering the bronze bulls nearby, the Berserk Bear mercenary group's Masha also started his work. Using the Golden Hound to find the fierce beast that killed Ah Tongwo's nephew. The area where the bronze bulls moved was very large. There were many soldiers and mercenaries who were hunting the bronze bulls. When they were fighting, Masha would not get close to them. In the wilderness, it was an absolute taboo for strangers to rashly get close to the beast master who was fighting. He would only look for clues on the bronze bull's corpse that was left behind after the battle. All he needed to do was to let the Golden Hound sniff the smell of the corpse, and that would be enough. After an entire morning, Masha still did not find anything. At that moment, Masha was also thinking about whether he should just casually brush it off. Perhaps, the person that killed Ah Tongwo's nephew really wouldn't come again. But at that moment, he heard the barking of the Golden Hound. The Golden Hound had discovered something. What, you smell the murderer's scent? He appeared? That's great, that's great. Masha was dancing with joy. He knew that as long as he found the murderer, he would definitely be a great merit. The calm and excited Masha did not notice that a black flying-type divine beast was rapidly flying past him in the sky. Masha was now hesitating. Should he report this matter to the vice-captain, Ah Tongwo, or continue to search for the beast master nearby and find the other party? About 1 kilometer away from Masha, Lu was digging for the crystal core of the bronze bull. Even if it was a black iron-grade beast crystal core, he wouldn't waste it. These were all money. Although Lu wasn't short of money, who would complain about having too much money? Since it was a hindrance, the Stormhawk landed beside Lu. Because he had learned from the sneak attack last time, when he didn't use the Stormhawk to fight, he would get the Stormhawk to patrol the area around him, afraid that he would be ambushed again. What's wrong? Lu looked at the Stormhawk and immediately began to communicate with it. The growth potential of the Stormhawk was very high. Its knowledge was no less than that of an ordinary human. You found a beast master with a suspicious appearance that stopped at the place where I was fighting just now? Is it to pick up the corpses of fierce beasts? According to Lu's knowledge, some brave civilians would enter the mysterious fantasy mountain and take away some of the corpses of fierce beasts. This was because many beast masters wouldn't take away the corpses of fierce beasts after killing them. The corpses of these fierce beasts were the food that the civilians dreamed of. Eating the corpses of fierce beasts for a long time could make one's body stronger. Moreover, the corpses of these fierce beasts could be exchanged for gold coins. This kind of situation wasn't rare, which was why Lu thought so. However, Lu quickly denied this guess. The message from the Stormhawk indicated that the other party was a beast master. Lu glanced at the bronze bull corpses around him. The crystal cores had already been dug out. He jumped onto the back of the Stormhawk and said, "Let's change the venue. You can take me to see the beast master who is following me." In the air, Lu quickly saw the suspicious person mentioned by the Stormhawk. The beast master was wearing a black uniform. The uniform was majestic, and he was showing off the head of a berserk bear. Berserk Bear Mercenary Group? Lu recognized this logo. After staying in mysterious Fantasy Mountain for a month, he had seen quite a few of the Berserk Bear Mercenary Group. Since he killed the members of the Berserk Bear Mercenary Group who ambushed him last time, Lu had always been on guard against the Berserk Bear Mercenary Group. After all, the young beast master had said that his uncle was the deputy leader of the Berserk Bear Mercenary Group. Then, Lu saw the Golden Hound beside the Berserk Bear Mercenary Group member below, and habitually checked the information of the divine beast. Name: Golden Hound. Talent: 1. Sharp sense of smell, normal. Growth potential: low-grade gold, strength level, low-grade silver. Attributes: Beast, Gold. Loyalty. 65. Skills. 1. Sensitive sense of smell. 2. Tearing. 3. Pouncing. 4. Surprise attack. Its talent was actually sensitive sense of smell? It seemed that this divine pet should be good at tracking. Seeing that golden hound sniffing beside the bronze bull that he had killed, Lu's pupils shrank. Could it be that it was tracking him? The Stormhawk was hovering high in the sky, circling around the member of the Berserk Bear mercenary group. Lu's gaze turned to look around the member of the Berserk Bear mercenary group. It seemed that he was the only one. Since he was the only one, Lu could only say that he was embarrassed. That beast master was still very young, about 20 years old. In addition to his silver grade pet, Lu was certain that the other party's strength was only silver grade. If it was gold grade, then it would be a little exaggerated. Stormhawk, use chain wind blades and kill them. Lu decisively gave the order. The Stormhawk spread its wings, and more than a dozen huge green blades shot towards the beast master. As soon as the wind blades were formed, that Masha of the Berserk Bear mercenary group raised his head and left to dodge. It was just a carpet attack to disperse the wind blade, and it wasn't that easy to open up. Just as a wind blade was about to touch Masha, a layer of gray armor quickly condensed on his body. Bang! The wind blade hacked onto the armor, and the gray armor only lasted for 2 seconds before it was directly shattered into pieces. Even if it was a defensive skill of a silver-grade divine beast, the Stormhawk's wind blade had a very high chance of breaking through the defense. Then, the wind blade didn't lose its momentum and instantly left a hideous wound on Masha's back. Masha was hit by the impact and fell heavily to the ground. Continue. The wind blade attacked Masha again. The mantis stalks the cicada, but the oriole follows behind. Who would have thought that Masha, who was still chasing after Lu, would die under Lu's hands just like that? Ding! Your divine pet, Stormhawk, has killed a low-grade silver beast master. Express, 30,000. Ding! Your divine pet, Stormhawk, has killed a low-grade silver stone beast. Express, 30,000. Lu had heard of the stone beast before. It was a rare elemental-type pet near 7-Star City. Its defense was very strong. After killing Masha, Lu turned his gaze to the fleeing golden hound. Once the beast master died, their subordinate divine beasts would fight for them if their loyalty was high. If the loyalty of the pet was average, the pet would turn back into a beast and return to the wilderness. Obviously, the relationship between Masha and the golden hound was average. A pet with loyalty of more than 75 was considered very loyal. One had to awaken the pet from the egg to train it to have such a high loyalty. Let's kill it as well. Lu did not want to leave any trouble behind. This golden hound had smelled his scent. Although the Stormhawk was only a top-grade bronze beast, its speed was definitely faster than most silver-grade beasts. Even though the golden hound was a level stronger than the Storm Eagle, it was still quickly killed by the Storm Eagle's wind blades. Ding! Your divine pet Stormhawk has killed a low-grade silver golden hound. Express, 30,000. After learning the lesson from the golden hound, Lu had the Stormhawk use a series of wind blades to destroy the scene. The member of the Berserk Bear mercenary group and his divine beasts were left with nothing. Then, he ordered the Stormhawk to fan the scene. He hoped that the smell of the scene could be completely removed. Lu was a little helpless. He did not know how to deal with such a situation. If there's a water elemental pet, maybe we can clean up the scene. That's it, let's go back. Lu patted the Stormhawk's feathers and said, looks like we'll have to change places again tomorrow. 3 days later, Tongwo completed his other missions. He did not receive any reports from Masha for a long time, so he clapped his hands and went to look for him. Of course, he didn't find anything. He's missing? The beast master who went to find Masha said, yes, we can't find him anywhere. This guy, Masha. His whole family lives in 7-Star City. It's absolutely impossible for him to defect. Moreover, there's no need for him to defect. The most likely thing is that he encountered some accident. Sorrow climbed onto Tongwo's face. Take another golden hound to see if you can find Masha. Not long after, the members of the Berserk Bear mercenary group found the place where Masha died. Of course, what they found were only a few rags and yellow hair. There were often fierce beasts around. Those fierce beasts were extremely sensitive to the smell of blood. They had long eaten up all the minced meat. Masha is most likely dead, and his beloved golden hound. Report it. the members of the Berserk Bear mercenary group said. When Ah Tongwo found out about this situation, he was so angry that he almost vomited blood. The loss was too great. Damn it, I swear, I will find him and kill him. Ah Tongwo smashed the table with his hammer. His subordinates all lowered their heads and didn't dare to speak. No one wanted to offend Ah Tongwo at this time. A few days later, in the evening, Lu was lying in the camp, and a sharp whistle sounded. This was the signal for the first team to gather. Lu walked out of the barracks and followed the other team members to the empty space in the center of the camp, where Mora was already waiting for him. The beast masters of the first team lined up in a crooked line. Mora didn't care. He took out a name list and began to call names. Other than the beast masters who were hunting fierce beasts in the wild and the beast masters who were on vacation, everyone else was here. Next, I announced the hunting results of all the beast masters of our first team last month. The members of the first team who were still a little noisy immediately quieted down. Lu remembered that today was the last day of this month. Mountain, Bronze Grade Beast Master. A total of 157 Bronze Grade Beast Essence Crystals. Mission met the requirements. Poseidon, Bronze Grade Beast Master. A total of 93 Bronze Grade Beast Essence Crystals. Mission met the requirements. Wu Yuchen, Silver Grade Beast Master. A total of 67 Silver Grade Beast Essence Crystals. Mission met the requirements. Boris, Silver Grade Beast Master. Obtained a total of 70 Silver Grade Beast Core Crystals. Mission met the requirements. A Bronze Grade Beast Master had to hunt 3 Bronze Grade Beasts every day. A Silver Grade Beast Master had to hunt 2 Silver Grade Beasts every day. The number of Silver Grade Beasts in Mysterious Fantasy Mountain was far less than the number of Bronze Grade Beasts. Sometimes, just searching for Silver Grade Beasts would take a lot of time, so the requirements for Silver Grade were lowered. Shan Yu nudged Lu with his arm. Lu, why didn't boss report your name? I don't know, did he forget it? Wu Yuchen rolled her eyes at Shan Yu. How could he have missed it? Anyone can miss it. It's just impossible for Lu to miss it. Soon, Mora finished reading out everyone's names except Lu. He glanced at Lu and said, everyone did well last month. All the members of our first team have met the standard for their missions. Captain Sang-kun is very satisfied. Next, I want to praise Lu. As soon as Mora finished speaking, everyone looked at Lu. How many bronze crystal cores do you think Lu handed over? Maybe 200 or 300? The 2 divine pets in that young man's hands are too powerful? I guess it's 500. Every time I see him come back, the bag with the crystal cores on his waist is always bulging. Lu, although he is still a newcomer and has just joined us, his results are extremely dazzling. Mora pretended to clear his throat and said, last month, Lu submitted a total of 931 bronze crystal cores. Not to mention the black iron crystal cores. He was the member who submitted the most crystal cores in our team last month. Hiss. Everyone was dumbfounded. Never in their wildest dreams would they have imagined that Lu could kill so many fierce beasts. More than 800 crystal cores. In other words, Lu could kill almost 30 bronze-grade fierce beasts every day. And that wasn't even counting the black iron fierce beasts. I hope that everyone will learn from Lu in the future. Alright, the conclusion of this month is over. After Mora left, Lu was immediately surrounded by the members of the first team. Lu, you're so desperate. Is that what you want us to do? That's right, Lu. Don't you feel that you're being too high profile? I feel that this kid really needs to be taught a lesson. Lu, do you think that we should learn from you? Yes. Lu was surrounded by a large group of silver-grade big brothers and sisters. It was simply difficult for him to put it into words. Sigh, 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 that's someone, don't rub my hair. You are even more outrageous, don't touch my chest. Wait, I was too high profile. I want to apologize to all of you. Damn, sister, where are you going to touch? All the members of the first team savagely trampled on Lu. After venting their anger, they left in satisfaction. Lu was left sitting alone on the grass like a young girl who had just been defiled. Lu stood up and looked at the tattered military uniform on his body. He muttered, fortunately, the Berserk Bear is still with me. On the second day of the monthly summary, Lu, who had just been savagely trampled on, changed into a stiff military uniform. He was another energetic young man. This time, he dived into the lair of the venom spiders. For the time being, he didn't plan to kill the violent crocodiles and the bronze bulls. Mysterious Fantasy Mountain was so big, it wouldn't be easy for the Berserk Bear mercenary group to find him again by relying on their scent. The venom spiders were his favorite. He took out the corpse of a mutated beast from the runic space. After smelling the bloody scent, the venom spiders swarmed over like a tide. The lethal venom that they spat out simply couldn't break through the defense of the Berserk Bear. Ding! Your divine pet, Berserk Bear, has killed a low-grade bronze venom spider. Express, 300. The venom spiders were simply too crazy. Their enthusiasm was something that even Lu couldn't bear. No wonder there weren't any bronze-grade beastmasters who dared to come and kill these venom spiders. However, every time he heard the system's notification tone, Lu would feel excited. This feeling was like playing an online game in his previous world. Ding! Your divine pet, Berserk Bear, has leveled up to top-grade bronze. Ding! Your divine pet, Stormhawk, has leveled up to low-grade silver. Ding! Your divine pet, Stormhawk, has learned a skill, Wild Storm. Ding! Congratulations to the host for leveling up to silver grade. Ding! The mission has been issued. Sign a new divine beast. Mission completion. An extraordinary talent that matches the divine pet. Seeing that there was another system mission, and that Stormhawk had leveled up with him, and that he had also acquired a new skill, Lu was extremely happy. He felt that all the hardships he had suffered recently had not been in vain. Let's retreat. Jumping on the spot, Stormhawk dived down, and Lu stood firmly on Stormhawk's back. The few venom spiders that jumped up, Lu saw that their bodies were covered in mucus, and he felt disgusted. There was no other way. This was the price to pay for killing the venom spiders. He did not take away the crystal cores of many venom spiders. Their bodies were covered in all kinds of mucus. It was really disgusting. Lu didn't want to dig up the essence crystals of the venom spiders. Just as Lu was thinking about what the third divine pet should choose, the assembly bell of the entire 15th mobile unit rang. All the beast masters immediately stood up and headed to the assembly point of the 15th mobile unit. Shan Yu said in Lu's ear, "Something big must have happened. Otherwise, our reclamation unit would have been honest and killed the fierce beasts of 7-Star City according to the plan." Even Sang Kun, who had not been seen for a long time, appeared. It was obvious that something big had happened this time. A crisis has occurred in Starry City. A level 1 alarm has been sounded, and we are urgently requesting reinforcements from our 7-Star City. The Guardian has ordered that all the Beast Masters in the 7 mobile units, from the 9th to the 15th, immediately go to Starry City to provide support. The Guardian will personally lead the operation this time. You still have half an hour to prepare. We will set off in half an hour. Dismissed. After disbanding, everyone rushed to their barracks. Shan Yu said in a low voice, "We are in big trouble now." Lu's expression was also very heavy. For the Guardian to personally lead the team, it was definitely not a simple matter. Starry City's strength was even stronger than 7-Star City. It was one of the top big cities in the Illumination Empire. There was actually a calamity that would destroy the city. Lu frowned and asked curiously, "What's wrong?" Because Starry City is close to the Anriz mountain range. Every few years, the Anriz mountain range will erupt with mutated beasts. Therefore, the overall strength of Starry City is more than 1 level stronger than our 7-Star City. Shan Yu said solemnly, "If Starry City is gone, our 7-Star City will be directly exposed to the south of the Anriz mountain range. Starry City is equivalent to the lips, and we are the teeth. Without the protection of the lips, the teeth will naturally not be able to resist external invasion. They should be able to defend it, right? It's hard to say." Wu Yukin's expression was not too good either. She shook her head and said, "Historically, to the south of Starry City, there was a city called Mala City. But Mala City completely fell over 50 years ago." Alright. No wonder they heard that Starry City's distress call, 7-Star City, would quickly support them. It turned out that the two sides had this kind of relationship. If Starry City fell, 7-Star City wouldn't be able to have a good life either. Half an hour later, in a flash, the reclamation troops arrived at the 7 mobile brigades, and over 1,000 beast masters were all assembled. The Lord of 7-Star City, Morocco, stood in front of everyone with a solemn face. He didn't say any nonsense. Instead, he said directly, "Starry City cannot fall. To put it bluntly, Starry City is a barrier to the south of our 7-Star City. Once Starry City is gone, It will be our 7-star city that will have to fend off the mutated beasts from the Anras mountain range. The vast majority of you are people who have families in 7-star city. You definitely don't want your family members to be exposed to the mutated beasts. Lu gritted his teeth. Although he didn't have any family in 7-star city, his friends were all in 7-star city. Moreover, he had long treated Xu Dehai's family as his own. Wu Yuchen, who was beside him, also had a solemn expression. The other members of the mobile unit also had solemn expressions. Morocco's straightforward words had spoken to the depths of their hearts. Defending Starry City is to protect ourselves. Please do your best, understand? Understood. Speak louder. Understand? Understood? Morocco nodded. Even if you take out this token, you won't be able to avoid going to Starry City. The other mobile units will also be on standby at any time. The crisis in Starry City this time is very strange. What they are facing is not just a group of beasts, but a group of terrifying plant-type beasts. The beast masters of 7-star city were completely confused. After all, in their knowledge, the strength of plant-type beasts was not that great, because plant-type beasts were very vulnerable flames. Most of them could not move, or moved slowly. They were known to be soft persimmon that anyone could pinch. Do not underestimate those plant-type beasts. According to the news from Starry City, they should be very terrifying beasts. Not only did Starry City send an emergency call for help from us, they also asked for help from other neighboring cities. The guardian of Starry City, Brian, is an extremely proud person. Unless it's absolutely necessary, he would never do such a thing. You have to be mentally prepared. This time, many people might be sacrificed. As for the specific information, when we arrive at Starry City will definitely tell us. After hearing Morocco's words, the faces of thousands of beast masters instantly turned solemn. They did not expect that this time would be so serious. They were beast masters, but they were also humans, and they would also be afraid. However, no one chose to retreat. Protecting the country and protecting the city was their destiny. From the moment they chose to become beast masters, it was destined. After talking about the mobilization before the war and emphasizing the seriousness of the matter, Morocco gave an order. All beast masters who have flying-type divine pets that can carry people, first follow me to Starry City in an emergency. The other beast masters, follow General Shan of the reclamation unit to lead the team. After Morocco finished speaking, he summoned a huge black eagle and stepped on the back of the huge black eagle. Among the 7 mobile units, there were over 1,000 beast masters. Only 100 or so beast masters had flying-type divine pets. Immediately, they summoned their flying-type divine pets and soared into the sky. Let's go first, Morocco gave the order, and the huge black eagle flapped its wings and flew toward the south. More than 100 flying-type divine pets followed closely behind. As for Lu, he was also following among these 100 beast masters. They flew past 7-star city, past the safety zone, into the wilderness, and into the embrace of the mountains. About 30 minutes later, a pink thing suddenly appeared from the left side of the flying group and swept towards the entire group. At this extremely urgent moment, Morocco made his move. The huge black eagle that he was sitting on released a terrifying hurricane and forcefully swept away the object that was sweeping towards the group. The object that he was holding quickly disappeared. Lu glanced at the ground. Under the moonlight, he saw a strange beast that was covered in black skin. Its body was as big as a small mountain, and it looked like a frog. That pink object just now was actually its tongue. If not for Morocco's protection just now, 1/4 of their team of over 100 people would have been instantly destroyed. This frog-type fierce beast retracted its tongue, licked its lips, and stared fixedly at the 7-star city team flying away. It seemed a little unwilling. Very quickly, the information of this frog-type fierce beast appeared in front of Lu. Name: Black Poison Frog. Talent: 1. Omnidirectional vision, normal. 2. Strong limbs, normal. Growth potential: low-grade platinum. Strength level: low-grade platinum. Type: beast, water. Skills: 1. Tongue catapult. 2. Jumping catapult. 3. Water impact. 4. Water dragon bullet. 5. Water waterfall. 6. Poisonous smoke. Morocco shouted, "You guys go first, I'll take care of the rear." With Morocco's protection, Lu's team of more than 180 people managed to pass through the forest safely. At this time, Lu also understood why Morocco would follow them. If not for Morocco, their 180 people would definitely have suffered heavy losses even if they reached Starry City. Not long after, Morocco led them to take a detour. It was as if there were fierce beasts ahead that he had to take care of. In the night sky, the full moon and the stars gradually dimmed. Slowly, a ray of white appeared in the eastern horizon. They finally saw a human village in the sky, as well as a large area of farmland. However, what caught everyone's attention was that the front, back, and even the roof of the human village were covered by a strange scarlet vine. Scarlet demonic flowers bloomed on the vine. Even the sky above the entire village was covered by this strange scarlet mist. The entire village was silent, as if there wasn't a single living person. "Stop!" Morocco gave the order. The entire team stopped in the sky not far from the village. Lu took a glance at the strange scarlet vine and his expression instantly turned strange. Name: Bloodthirsty Hell Vine. Child, Talent: 1. Flame Resistance, Normal. 2. Bloodthirsty Reproduction, Normal. 3. Tenacious Growth, Normal. Growth Potential: Top Grade Black Iron, Strength Level, Low Grade Black Iron. Awakening: Plant, Poison, Wood. Skills: 1. Rapid Growth, 2. Parasitism Separation, 3. Bloodthirsty Growth, 4. Vine Attack, 5. Vine Venom. The bloodthirsty hell vine that appeared in front of them was a black iron plant-type fierce beast. It was actually just a subsidiary body. That meant that there was another parent body. It was just that as a black iron low-grade plant-type fierce beast, its talent and skills were a little too good. Lu paid attention to the skill of spreading parasites. It looked very disgusting. "Are you the beast master?" At this moment, someone shouted loudly. A middle-aged farmer ran out of the woods near the village in a panic. "Yes," Morocco replied loudly. Great, you're finally here." A breeze blew and the blood-red mist floated past the middle-aged man. "You don't know, it's too scary." The middle-aged farmer pointed in the direction of the village and said, "They died so miserably, all killed by that strange beast." However, before the middle-aged farmer could finish his words, he suddenly stopped. He suddenly clutched his chest and directly fell to the ground, as if he was having a seizure. He even convulsed violently, and his mouth even let out a heart-wrenching scream. Then, all the beastmasters saw a blood-red plant sprout coming out of the middle-aged farmer's nostrils. The skin on his exposed arms was wrinkled, as if something was squirming inside his body. Then, his skin was torn apart, and scarlet vines darted out like small snakes. As the scarlet vines grew rapidly and spread over the middle-aged farmer's body, the middle-aged farmer's burly body shrunk rapidly and finally turned into a black dried corpse. Right at this moment, the scarlet vines blossomed into scarlet demonic flowers. The demonic flowers gently trembled in the breeze, just like those plants from before, emitting a scarlet mist. Witnessing this terrifying process with their own eyes, the more than 100 beastmasters felt a chill in their hearts. It was too strange, too terrifying. No one would have thought that plants could actually live on a human body. "Cover your nose and mouth and fly into the sky. Don't breathe in this scarlet mist." Morocco's expression was solemn as well, and he hurriedly gave the order. Understood. Everyone listened to the order and hurriedly flew into the sky, deeply afraid of being parasitized by this strange mist. On the way to the main city of Starry City, Lu saw many villages on the ground, all covered by the scarlet bloodthirsty hell vines. Everyone's mood was very heavy. Morocco was leading the way. "You guys have to be careful. The plant-type fierce beasts we saw seemed to be only black iron grade. But if it's really as simple as black iron grade, Starry City will not ask for help from us." His words clearly reached the ears of every beast master. What he said was the truth. Because Lu was high up in the sky, he had already discovered the bronze grade and silver grade bloodthirsty hell vine. Although the strength levels were different, there was no doubt that they were all exceptions. These bloodthirsty hell vine were all subsidiary bodies, not the main body. When Starry City appeared in front of everyone's eyes, everyone present sucked in a breath of cold air. Because looking down from the sky, everyone could see that the strange scarlet plant-type fierce beast had already occupied half of Starry City. The entire sky of Starry City was filled with scarlet mist. Countless Starry City beast masters were using wind-type skills to blow away the scarlet mist. There were also many Starry City Beastmasters wearing gas masks, fighting against those vines. A 40-meter-tall giant made of rocks was desperately tearing those vines. However, although the rock giant had immense strength, those strange vines were abnormally tough and could not be broken no matter how hard it tried. There was even a tendency to tie up that rock giant. The civilians were quickly evacuated under the organization of the Starry City soldiers. Many civilians and soldiers suddenly fell to the ground as they ran. The pain was like needles being pricked. Then, just like the farmer from before, they fell to the ground and convulsed. Scarlet vines grew all over their bodies. The flowers that grew out of this terrifying bloodthirsty hell vine spread crazily in Starry City. Name: Netherworld Bloodthirsty Vine. Child, Talent: 1. Flame Resistance, Super, 2. Bloodthirsty Reproduction, Super, 3. Tenacious Growth, Super. Growth Potential: Top Grade Platinum, Strength Level, Top Grade Platinum. Awakening: Plant, Poison, Wood. Skills: 1. Rapid Growth, 2. Parasitic Separation, 3. Bloodthirsty Growth, 4. Vine Attack, 5. Vine Venom, 6. Vine Leaf Blade, 7. Vine Strangulation, 8. Photosynthesis. Platinum: it was actually a platinum-grade fierce beast. And it had 3 innate talents. In Starry City, such a powerful platinum-grade fierce beast was actually only a child body, not a mother body. Then where was the mother body, and how strong should it be? Very soon, an old white-haired beast master riding a blue eagle flew over. When the old beast master saw Morocco, his old face revealed a happy smile, and he said excitedly, "Lord Morocco, it's great that you guys can come. We know the economy. This is our vanguard unit. The follow-up unit may have to wait for a few more days." Morocco cut the long story short and quickly asked, "What exactly is the strange plant-type fierce beast in Starry City?" The old beast master said with a pained face, "That new red plant-type fierce beast appeared 3 days ago. When they first appeared, we just eliminated them all. But we never thought that they would soon be everywhere in Starry City." Lu knew that this definitely couldn't be blamed on Starry City. It was said that this was the first time that this bloodthirsty hell vine had appeared. The beast masters of Starry City didn't even know what this thing was, nor did they know why it was so strange. Lu had a system, so he was able to see the information about the bloodthirsty hell vine at a glance. And if Starry City wanted to obtain information, they had to sacrifice a large number of beast masters' lives. Morocco asked, "What did you learn about this fierce beast?" "They have a very strong resistance to fire-type skills. Their vines are extremely tough. After they bloom, they will emit a scarlet mist. We have checked and found that the scarlet mist contains their seeds, but it is almost impossible to detect with the naked eye. When fighting with them, you must be careful not to breathe them in. Otherwise, they will grow out of your lungs." Many beast masters of 7-Star City covered their noses silently. The old beast master said, "I have already sent people to prepare gas masks for you. Gas masks have a resistance to this strange scarlet mist." Morocco nodded and said, "That's good, but I'm afraid that our Starry City is going to be gone too." The old beast master looked at many people covering their noses and mouths, some using wet towels, and people running for their lives in the strange scarlet mist. Blocking the mouth and nose like that was completely useless. No one could hold their breath for a long time. The seeds in the blood mist can not only enter the human body through the respiratory tract, but also from the eyes or some other places. It's really too scary. The old beast master said bitterly, "We don't have enough gas masks in our warehouse. We can only give them to the beast masters first." Morocco nodded with a heavy face, "I understand. These scarlet vines have the strength of black iron and bronze. The more flesh and blood they devour and the more energy they absorb, the faster their growth rate will be. Even our guardian's platinum-grade divine pet died at the hands of these vines. Black iron-grade vines can parasitize bronze-grade beastmasters and their bodies. Silver-grade vines can parasitize silver-grade beastmasters and their pets, and so on. When you fight, it's enough to make the divine pet hold its breath. Don't breathe in the blood mist. Also, don't get hurt. They have a certain long-distance supply ability. After being hurt by them, they can also grow out of your wounds. Once they start to grow, you have to think of a way to get these vines out of your bodies. Therefore, you'd better maintain your long-range attacks. The hundreds of beast masters from Seven Star City felt their scalps go numb when they heard that. A plant-type fierce beast actually had a high resistance to fire? And it could even spread through the air. It could spread through wounds. It could also spread through some special exposed parts. And it also had the ability of long-range attacks. They felt that this blood vine was a little too terrifying. Looking at the blood-red vines, not being able to get hurt, this requirement was too high. Even Lu felt that the name of this bloodthirsty hell vine was not lacking, it was indeed hell. The old beast master saw the ratio of the rescue team from Seven Star City and also let out a sigh of relief. The vanguard team from Seven Star City that came a long time ago all had flying divine pets. Most of the flying divine pets were wind-type. Most of the wind-type divine pets had the ability to attack from a distance. Not long after, 2 military trucks felt that more than 180 beast masters from Seven Star City had immediately put on these gas masks. The body of the gas masks was equipped with water blocking, windows, breathing valves, water diversion systems, headbands, and even a communication device. Once the beast masters put on the gas mask, they heard Morocco's order. Everyone, charge into Starry City and kill those blood vines, set off immediately. With that, he rode on his divine pet and rushed toward the platinum-grade bloodthirsty hell vine without hesitation. Everyone, remember to protect yourselves. This was Morocco's last sentence. The guardian must take care too. Many beast masters replied in their hearts, including Lu. The beast masters of Seven Star City, which had nearly 200 people, followed Morocco and plunged into Starry City. Behind them was the white-haired old beast master, who also resolutely rushed towards those bloodthirsty hell vine. Starry City had already fallen into complete chaos. Countless civilians were frantically fleeing toward the city gate. For a moment, all kinds of screams and wails could be heard. Many people fell, and they never had the chance to stand up again. They were either trampled by other crazy civilians, or their bodies were twitching. Very quickly, they turned into a skeleton covered with strange blood vines. Even many ordinary people directly collapsed. The speed of death was even more terrifying than the virus that Lu had heard of in his previous life. It was simply too fast, not giving anyone the time to react. If such a disaster suddenly occurred in Seven Star City, the result would be that the city would be destroyed and people would die. However, it was not impossible for such a thing to happen. If the seed of the bloodthirsty hell vine was taken away from the path by the flying-type divine pet and spread rapidly. Just by imagining it, Lu felt a chill run down his spine. Soon, Lu arrived at the densely populated area of the bloodthirsty hell vines. That place was a purgatory on earth. All the streets and alleys were filled with the bloodthirsty hell vine. Every single one of the bloodthirsty hell vines were wrapped with at least one skeleton. Some of the bloodthirsty hell vine were even wrapped with densely packed skeletons. Here, there were also quite a number of beast masters fighting. The bloodthirsty hell vine were waving their blood-red vines that were full of sharp barbs. They were like iron whips whipping those divine beasts and beast masters. And the beast masters also brought out their true abilities. Wind blades, fireballs, ice blades, rock giants. Each and every one of them had different skills. They all bombarded those bloodthirsty hell vine. A vine quietly swept towards Lu from the corner. The Stormhawk instantly brought Lu up. However, at this moment, the leaf on the vine suddenly shot towards Lu. Lu was caught off guard and was directly hit by the 3 blood-red leaves. Ding! 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 The 3 leaves landed on Lu's body but did not break through his defense. The Berserk Bear's immortal body talent saved Lu. Even when Lu was sleeping, he still wore the Berserk Bear on his body. However, this also scared Lu to death. This kind of attack was too devious, making it impossible to guard against. Fortunately, Lu took a look at the bloodthirsty hell vine around him and found that the strongest one was only silver grade, which was just within the range that he could withstand. Therefore, he ordered, Stormhawk, control the airflow around your body. Don't get stained by the scarlet mist. Don't get injured. Attack freely. It's enough to be safe. After that, he directly moved down from the back of Stormhawk and smashed into an open space with a bang. The hard concrete pavement under his feet was directly crushed. Ding! Mission issued, use the Berserk Bear to kill 10 silver-grade bloodthirsty hell vines. Mission reward. Immediately increase the Berserk Bear's talents by 1 rank, except for extraordinary talents. Ding! Mission issued, use the Stormhawk to kill 10 gold-grade bloodthirsty Hellvine. Mission reward. Immediately increase the Stormhawk's talents by 1 rank, except for extraordinary talents. The quest came again. And it was 2 at a time. Lu had not even completed the 3rd Divine Beast quest from his previous quest. However, when he heard the system notification, Lu was still quite happy. Just as Lu landed on the ground, he was greeted by more than 10 blood-red vines. Earth armor. The earthen yellow armor made of rocks instantly covered Lu's entire body. Lu covered the breathing mask on his head, but the blood-colored vines quickly coiled around him like pythons. Lu did not panic. He jumped hard and used the distance between his body and the blood-colored vines to jump out directly because of the distance between the earth armor and himself. He was like a cicada that had shed its shell. Of course, the earth armor on his body also collapsed. Right at this moment, Lu saw those vines grabbing towards him again. Lu dodged and grabbed onto the vines. He pulled back with all his strength and uprooted the bloodthirsty hell vine. But even so, the bloodthirsty hell vine wasn't dead yet. Even if it was dragged out of the ground, it still had a strong life force and continued to attack Lu crazily. Fierce Bear Paw. Lu's big fist fiercely hammered on the main trunk of the bloodthirsty hell vine. With 3 punches, the bloodthirsty hell vine was directly smashed into pieces. A scarlet juice that looked like fresh blood burst out. Dang! Your divine pet Storm Eagle has killed a low-grade silver bloodthirsty hell vine. Express, 30,000. Mission completion. 1/10. Kill. Lu stood on the street and started to slaughter the bloodthirsty hell vines. Dang! Your divine pet, Berserk Bear, has killed a mid-grade black iron bloodthirsty hell vine. Express, 30. Dang! Your divine pet, Berserk Bear, has killed a top-grade black iron bloodthirsty hell vine. Express, 100. Dang! Your divine pet, Stormhawk, has killed a high-grade bronze bloodthirsty hell vine. Express, 300. Stormhawk was also working hard. All the bloodthirsty hell vines that were close to Lu were eliminated by it. Silver-grade bloodthirsty hell vines were ineffective against it. As long as he did not touch a gold-grade bloodthirsty hell vine, there would be no problem. Of course, the prerequisite was to ensure that the gas mask was not destroyed. Therefore, when facing the leaf that was shooting at it, its first reaction was to protect the gas mask on its master's head. At this moment, Lu heard a muffled groan. He turned around and saw the beast master whom he thought was wearing a mask covering his shoulder. On his shoulder, there was a wound so deep that one could see the bone, and fresh blood was flowing out. At the same time, 3 pink sprouts of the bloodthirsty hell vine quickly grew out from the wound. The beast master's expression instantly changed. He quickly grabbed the pink sprouts and forcibly pulled them out from the flesh. He didn't even harumph. After pulling out the sprouts, he quickly wrapped the wound with bandages. While he was leaning against the wall, he reminded, "Kid, don't be distracted during the battle." Yes. Lu continued to kill the bloodthirsty hell vines. After killing them, he saw that the injured beast master was still fighting. After clearing out an area, Lu raised his head and saw nothing. Lu could not see the scene of Morocco and those platinum-grade bloodthirsty hell vines fighting. The scene was completely blocked by the tall buildings. Besides the beast master who was fighting, there was no one alive. No matter how Morocco and the others fought, Lu was still a little worried. Because only he knew that the one fighting with Morocco was only a child of the bloodthirsty hell vine. Even if they temporarily defended Starry City, if they did not completely destroy the mother bloodthirsty hell vine, they would still be in danger. Half an hour passed, 1 hour passed, 2 hours passed. In the long and intense battle process, even Lu felt a deep sense of fatigue. A person's stamina and experience were limited, and so was a divine pet. Dang! Your divine pet, Stormhawk, has been upgraded to middle grade silver. Dang! Your divine pet, Stormhawk, has been upgraded to high grade silver. Dang! Congratulations, host, your divine pet, Berserk Bear, has killed 10 bloodthirsty hell vines. Its talent has been randomly increased. Ding! Berserk Bear's normal talent has been increased by 1 level. Ding! Your divine beast's potential strength has been increased. Your Berserk Bear's potential has been increased from low-grade king to high-grade king. Hearing the system notification, a smile finally appeared on Lu's tired face. It was really not easy. Lu felt that the battle in Starry City was more tiring than the month-long battle in mysterious Fantasy Mountain. He turned around and found that the Beast Master who kindly reminded him not to be distracted had disappeared. The only thing left was the twisted tree demon who was waving the thick tree trunk crazily. Soon, the twisted tree demon's entire body was covered with the bloodthirsty hell vine. This damned world! Lu cursed in his heart. Another half an hour had passed, and Lu was leaning against the broken wall, breathing heavily. His forehead was already soaked in sweat, he was really too tired. Even if the Berserk Bear's immortal body had a powerful recovery ability, it could not withstand such a high-intensity battle. The bloodthirsty hell vine were indeed soulless subsidiary bodies. They did not seem to know what fear was. They could only attack the living things around them. The number of them made people's scalps go numb. They felt that they could not kill them all no matter how hard they tried. The Berserk Bear was still slightly better. The Stormhawk had gradually left the battle and killed fewer and fewer bloodthirsty hell vine. In terms of endurance and stamina, although the Stormhawk was stronger than the Berserk Bear, it could not compare to the Berserk Bear. At this moment, Lu heard the bugle call for a complete retreat. Is it going to be released? Lu also knew that this might be the best outcome. The platinum-grade bloodthirsty hell vine was too strong. There were several super talents, and even Morocco might not be able to deal with them. Moreover, in the entire Starry City, other than the Beastmasters who were still struggling, there might not be many people left alive. Retreating wasn't cowardice. It was to stop the damage in time. Stormhawk, come and pick me up. After the Stormhawk heard Lu's order, it immediately swooped down from the sky. When it flew across the land, Lu jumped onto its back. Almost at the same time, the other Beastmasters who received the order also began to retreat. As he quickly rose into the sky, Lu saw that more than half of Starry City had already turned scarlet red. The top experts of Starry City and 7-Star City were still fighting against those bloodthirsty hell vine. However, Lu noticed that there were still 6 platinum-grade bloodthirsty hell vines, and only one had been eliminated. Of course, it was also possible that there were more after they were killed. Lu could not figure out the situation of the battle. In any case, he knew that this platinum-grade bloodthirsty hell vine was too powerful. There were already 3 super talents, and their growth speed was very fast. Those bloodthirsty hell vines waved their vines, and countless tall buildings were easily swept down by them. Many Beastmasters sat on their mounts and watched the battle in the distance. The beast tamers retreated to the mountain hundreds of miles away. There were still thousands of troops and more than 3,000 surviving civilians. There might be other survivors. They might have run to the mountain. Everyone began to set up camp. Only then did Lu notice that many familiar people had disappeared. After setting up the simple tents prepared for them by Starry City, Lu felt that he was going to collapse. The others were also suffering. Wu Yuchen did not even set up a tent. She just lay on the grass, not even wanting to move a finger. The original team of more than 180 beast tamers in 7-Star City could only return safely with less than 100 people. The losses were extremely heavy. The bonfire was burning, and the beast tamers surrounded the bonfire, but their hearts were indeed silent. Many people's eyes were still flashing with tears. Many of their comrades had left for good. Most importantly, Starry City didn't manage to defend itself in the end. Audra didn't come back, Wu Yuchen said in a low voice. Lu nodded. He heard the crying. He took a deep breath, walked out of the camp, and looked at the civilian camp at the foot of the mountain. The cries of pain were almost all coming from somewhere. There were at least 100,000 people in Starry City, and those who could escape were very few. Many children had lost their parents, many elderly people had lost their children, many wives had lost their husbands, and even more families had not escaped. If this had happened in 7-Star City, if something had happened to Lu's friends, Hestia, and Shu Xiaoxiao's family, God knew what crazy thing Lu would have done. Lu's mind was filled with information about the bloodthirsty hell vine. He returned to the campfire, his mind in a mess. Wu Yuchen said in a low voice, "Don't be sad. Just get used to it. Death is temporary. At least he can still be considered a hero." I know. Lu hesitated for a moment and decided to go and see Morocco. Only he knew about the information about the bloodthirsty hell vine. There were some things that he needed to remind of Morocco of. If he could use this information to completely kill the other party, that would be the best. Morocco's tent was the biggest and most luxurious one. He was right in the middle of 7-star city's beast master camp. After the soldier on duty reported, Lou saw Morocco. Morocco's face was full of fatigue. On the table in front of him, there were 2 dishes, 1 meat, and 1 vegetable, as well as a bowl of white rice, but they were already cold. Seeing that you are not injured, I am very happy. Thank you for your concern, Lord Guardian. Morocco rubbed his tired face and perked up, asking, "Why are you looking for me?" "I suspect that the plant-type fierce beasts we encountered are actually clones. They're just subsidiary bodies. They should have a common mother body." In the end, Lou still said this matter. If he didn't say it, perhaps no one would ever know. Because the words of the bloodthirsty hell vines also had crystal cores. "What?" Morocco looked at Lou in surprise. "Why do you say that?" "It's just a feeling." Lou was serious. "When I fought with those blood-red vines, I felt that they had no soul, no meaning, no emotions. They were more like machines that only knew how to kill." "Wait, let me think." Morocco stood up and tried to understand the few platinum-grade blood-red vines that he had fought with during the day. Thinking back, those blood-colored vines did indeed look like machines. They only knew how to keep on killing. Their vines would never dodge attacks, and they weren't afraid of death. Every attack seemed to want to perish together with the other party. Logically speaking, even if plant-type fierce beasts generally had lower intelligence, platinum-grade fierce beasts should have a certain level of intelligence. Seeking advantages and avoiding disadvantages was the instinct of all living creatures. Fierce beasts were no exception, but they just didn't have it. Thinking of this, Morocco said, "Your guess is a bit bold, but it's not impossible. Indeed, there are some extremely rare plant-type fierce beasts that have the ability to create clones, but their methods are not quite the same. So, it seems that these blood-colored vines might be able to use seeds to create clones." Lou suggested, "Actually, we can send a beastmaster with a spirit-type divine pet to take a look. They should be able to sense the soul of the fierce beast." Although spirit-type divine beasts were rare, it wasn't as if there weren't any in 7-star City. "You're right. Our 7-star city just happens to have such an expert." Morocco brought Lou out of the tent and instructed the guard, "Go and call Sang-kun over." Very quickly, Captain Sang-kun rushed over. It was only then that Lou found out that Captain Sang-kun also had a spirit-type divine pet. "Sir, do you have any orders? Follow us out and do an experiment?" "Okay." The 3 beast tamers left the camp and went to the small town outside Starry City. They found a gold-grade bloodthirsty hell vine. After all the vines of this bloodthirsty hell vine were cut off, Sang-kun put his hand on the main trunk of the bloodthirsty hell vine. Spiritual communication. His eyes instantly turned silver white. After turning silver white, his eyes returned to black. "It has a soul." "What?" This time, it was Lou who was shocked. How could a clone have a soul? Could it be that the main body of the bloodthirsty hell vine had separated its soul? Sang-kun looked at Lou and said, "Its soul is very strange. It doesn't have normal emotions. It's filled with bloodthirsty emotions. It only knows how to kill and destroy. Fundamentally speaking, it's not a soul, but only a killing consciousness. The reason it has a soul should be because it was plundered. Because the souls were plundered, they only know how to kill and destroy. That's why Lou felt that they didn't have souls in the beginning. That's because they don't know how to seek benefits and avoid harm. They don't seem like normal creatures." Morocco stroked his messy beard and thought, "The fierce beasts are the same as us humans. It's impossible that they don't have souls." In other words, Lou's conjecture is very likely true. The plant-type fierce beasts that we dealt with during the day are most likely the clones of some mother. They're all puppets. Sang-kun nodded in agreement with Morocco's words. "Now that I think about it, those strange things are indeed growing too fast." Sang-kun shook his head. He said helplessly, "I didn't notice this problem during the day. Plant-type fierce beasts are born with great spiritual skills. I didn't even use the jade moth. I was afraid that something would happen to them." "It's okay. Even if you noticed it during the day, Starry City wouldn't be able to stand it." Morocco comforted him. Then, he looked at Lou with appreciation and said, "You brat, you've done a great deed." "Is this a great deed?" "It's definitely a great deed," Morocco said affirmatively. "If we let these plant-type fierce beasts fill our eyes, our cities in the southwest might fall, and tens of millions of people would be displaced. I was at a loss at first, but you found a new breakthrough for us." If this plant-type fierce beast really comes from a mother, then as long as we kill the mother, all the problems might be solved. Sang-kun muttered, the only problem now is how to find the mother. We can't distinguish it at all. Yes, how can we find the mother? Morocco also came up with a plan. We can't let you use your spirit to communicate with each and every one of them, right? Besides, this is impossible. At this moment, Lu opened his mouth. Lord Guardian, do you think that the main body has intelligence? It should. Since the clones are already platinum grade, the main body must be even more powerful. It's impossible that it doesn't have intelligence. Lu continued to ask, then why do you think that the main body created so many clones? Why did it go around killing? What's its purpose? Morocco turned to look at Lu. What do you think? Lu slowed down and said, I'm thinking, if we exclude the fact that fierce beasts kill because they like it, I think it's most likely to be a nutrient for growth. The main body wants to grow quickly. That's really possible. Morocco patted his head and suddenly understood. Then, he patted on Lu's shoulder and said loudly, Kid, not only are you talented as a beast tamer, but your brain is also so good. This is the inspiration I got when I saw those fierce beasts sing a few times and eat a plant-type fierce beast. They even want to parasitize other plant-type fierce beasts, so why can't they devour their own kind? In the morning, Lu was not just fighting in Starry City. He was also thinking about the purpose of the wind-type bloodthirsty hell vines. He felt that this guess of his was most likely the truth. Let's go, I'll bring you to see Brian. Morocco brought Lu and barged into the Guardian of Starry City, Brian's tent. At this moment, Brian's tent was filled with people. They were all the brains and high-level figures of Starry City. They were discussing how to deal with that terrifying plant-type fierce beast. Seeing Morocco suddenly barging in, Brian didn't get angry. Instead, he stood up and asked, Morocco, what do you want? This is the genius of our 7-star city. He has a new discovery and has even proposed a new idea. Morocco went straight to the point. What discovery? Let him tell you. Morocco patted Lu's shoulder, indicating for him to speak boldly. Thus, Lu recounted the experiment and his guess. At first, the higher-ups in the Starry City in the tent did not pay much attention to it. But after listening to the end, their faces gradually became serious. They began to seriously examine Lu. When Lu said his guess, all the beast tamers in the tent exploded. Because Lu's analysis and deduction really made sense. Why didn't we notice this? That kind of terrifying soul that doesn't belong to one's own hand is very likely just a puppet. Providing nourishment for the mother body, it's really bold and has a reasonable explanation. Why didn't we think of that? The younger generation is really awesome. The younger generation is really awesome. What a genius. The entire Starry City was in a panic, unable to do anything. But now, Lu had actually directly helped them find a possible breakthrough point. How could they not be excited? Brian held Lu's hand and said warmly, Young man, what's your name? Lu, are you interested in coming to our Starry City to take up a post? My adjutant is no longer around. Are you interested in taking up the post? The warm smile on Brian's face made Lu's scalp tingle. Forget it, Brian. Do you have the nerve to poach my people in front of me? Morocco stood up and pulled Lu to his side. It was considered the end for Lu. Let's talk about business first. If you also think that Lu's guess is reasonable, we have to start setting up now. Pay attention to the movements of the plant-type fierce beasts? Yes, Morocco nodded. We have to monitor them. If those puppets are really to provide nutrition for the mother, and now that Starry City has become a dead city, I think they are very likely to take action. Then, should we send out all the beast masters with flying-type human-carrying divine pets to monitor the movements of those plant-type fierce beasts? Yes. Hearing that they had to go out on a mission again, Lu was somewhat helpless. But there was no other way. If he was wrong, he could still find the mother that caused the fall of Starry City from the heavy mission of the bloodthirsty hell vine. After the beast tamers with flying-type human-carrying divine beasts received the mission, they needed to set off again to monitor the movements of all the bloodthirsty hell vines in the area of Starry City. Although they had some small complaints in their hearts, they still followed the order to set off. Lu also rode on the Stormhawk and began to search for the main body of the bloodthirsty hell vines on the ground. In the blink of an eye, a few hours had passed, and night had fallen. In the sky above the ruins of Starry City, Morocco and Brian were above the clouds, silently observing the ground below. Around 10 o'clock at night, they suddenly heard a noise. The bloodthirsty hell vines in Starry City, regardless of their strength level, had all pulled their roots out of the soil and other corpses. Then, they all squirmed and crawled towards the south. Those platinum-grade bloodthirsty hell vines were like twisted pythons, wriggling and moving in Starry City. Morocco said in a low voice, "That kid, Lou, actually guessed it right. Let's follow them." At the same time, the beastmasters patrolling all over the place discovered that the bloodthirsty hell vines, which had been standing still all the time, pulled out their roots at the same time and moved toward the south. Morocco and Bran very quickly caught up with the few platinum-grade bloodthirsty hell vines. One of the biggest reasons why plant-type fierce beasts were despised by most beast tamers was that they either couldn't move or moved slowly. Most of these bloodthirsty hell vine moved very slowly. Only those with relatively strong strength would move faster, especially the platinum-grade bloodthirsty hell vines. They were even more like pythons, slithering about in the city, stirring up a gust of scarlet wind. Morocco said, "We can't follow them. We have to find the main body first." "I understand." The two of them flew past the platinum-grade bloodthirsty hell vines. Then, they encountered the slowly moving bloodthirsty hell vines along the way. The direction they were heading in showed them the way. Morocco said, "Brian, if we really find the main body of this strange plant-type fierce beast and defeat it together, do you want to sign a contract with it?" Of course, Brian did not hide his thoughts at all. Although he is the main culprit who returned to Starry City, it is really very powerful. Strictly speaking, it is no different from other fierce beasts. Brian continued, "Just now, when we were about to set off, one of my subordinates told me that he had tried to sign a contract with a silver-grade plant-type fierce beast, but he did not succeed. At that time, he didn't take it seriously. After all, there are fierce beasts that would rather die than submit. If it was the main body of that strange bloodthirsty hell vine, he might have succeeded." Morocco smiled and said, "If you want it, you have to be able to swallow it first. But you have to talk to Zedra and Gulad. But I don't think they would have much objection." Zedra and Gulad were the guardians of Iron Fist City and Golden City respectively. As they were further away from Starry City, their reinforcements came a little later. They only arrived when the Battle of Starry City was nearing its end. At that time, Starry City had already fallen. No one could blame them. "Yes, I will. And what about Lou?" He also noticed the abnormality of the bloodthirsty hell vine at the first moment. "Stormhawk, let's head straight south." Lou followed Morocco and Brian, who had the same thought, and headed south. More than 10 minutes later, from afar, Lou saw a blood-red mountain. The entire mountain peak was covered in scarlet vines. The wriggling vines had a diameter of 10 meters, and they were covered with sharp sawtooth spikes and leaves with sharp edges. Name: Bloodthirsty Hell Vine. Talent: 1. Fire resistance, mythical. 2. Bloodthirsty reproduction, mythical. 3. Tenacity, mythical. Growth potential: middle grade god, strength level, platinum grade. Attributes: plant, poison, wood. Ability: 1. Rapid growth, 2. Doppelganger parasitism, 3. Bloodthirsty growth, 4. Vine whip, 5. Paralyzing venom, 6. Vine leaf blade, 7. Vine strangulation, 8. Photosynthesis, 9. Bloodline control, 10. Root, 11. Bloodline infusion, 12. Transformation, 13. Latent bloodline sensing, 14. God middle grade. Seeing its growth potential, Lou inhaled a breath of cold air. This was the second fierce beast he had seen with god grade potential. The previous one was the Nirvana Phoenix. However, the main body had been found, but Lou couldn't bite it. The platinum grade bloodthirsty Hellvine's main body still had so many mythical talents and skills. The current Lou wasn't a match for it at all. Moreover, Lou felt that even if Morocco and Brian joined forces, they might not be a match for the main body of this class. Lou saw the limbs of the bloodthirsty hell vine surging out from all over the place. Each of the vine whips that were close to the main body of the vine appeared many transparent straws on the main body of the vine. The straws pierced into the branch, and at the same time, a ball of scarlet mist burst out. Then, the bloodthirsty hell vine of the subsidiary bodies quickly withered into a withered vine. As expected, Lou's guess was right. The existence of the subsidiary bodies was to provide nutrients for the mother's growth. There were already more than 10 beast masters that were close to the Anras mountain range. They had experienced killing the subsidiary bodies of the bloodthirsty hell vine more than 10 kilometers away, preventing them from delivering nutrients to the mother's body. Obviously, they also knew that they couldn't afford to offend that big fellow, the mother of the bloodthirsty hell vine. Stormhawk, we will also kill the children of the bloodthirsty hell vine to stop them from feeding the mother. Try your best to kill the gold grade ones. Your mission hasn't been completed yet. The mission that the system had assigned required Stormhawk to kill 10 gold grade bloodthirsty hell vines. However, gold grade bloodthirsty hell vines were relatively rare, so the Stormhawk had yet to complete the mission. Lu also jumped down and began to stop the subsidiary bodies that were feeding the mother bloodthirsty hell vine. Lu had just joined the battle not long ago. Morocco, Brian, Zedra, and Gulad had also arrived. Found it, Morocco said in surprise. Yes, that's it. Its strength seems to be only platinum grade. Fortunately, we found it in time. If it had been a little later, it might have advanced to star glory, Gulad said. This blood-colored vine's innate ability is too powerful. If it had advanced to star glory, we might not be a match for it. Blaine said, don't say any more. Let's not waste time. Let's make a move directly. Alright. Thus, the platinum-grade beast tamer immediately summoned all of his divine pets. They had given their all in this battle. The four guardians were clear that if they allowed this blood-colored vine to continue growing, then the fate of Starry City would be their end. Thus, an earth-shattering battle began. Lu looked at the battlefield from afar. After a short look, he stopped looking. The main body of the bloodthirsty hell vine should have been found. However, he was only a silver-grade beast tamer. In a battle of this level, he was not even qualified to be a bystander. He might as well kill the subsidiary bodies and increase his strength. In fact, Lu was still confident in the strength of their side. The four city lords were all platinum-grade beast tamers, and they could gather at least 20 platinum-grade pets. Although the bloodthirsty hell vine had god-grade potential and 3 mythical-grade talents, the battle bonus that the 3 mythical-grade talents brought to the bloodthirsty hell vine was not very great. It could be said to be extremely limited. The strength of the bloodthirsty hell vine depended on its reproduction speed, propagation speed, and growth speed. If he gave it some time, it was not impossible for it to put out god-grade subsidiary bodies and destroy this world. If the bloodthirsty hell vine had the immortal body of the berserk bear, then the 4 platinum-grade beast tamers probably could not do anything to it. After about an hour, Lu heard a piece of good news. Ding! Mission completed. Your divine pet, Stormhawk, has killed 10 gold-grade bloodthirsty hell vine subsidiary bodies. Its talent will be randomly increased by 1 level. Ding! Stormhawk's rare-grade talent, blade, spear, and sword feathers, has been upgraded to a peerless grade talent. Ding! Due to the increase in talent, your divine pet Stormhawk's talent growth potential has been increased. It has been upgraded from high-grade Emperor to top-grade Emperor. After the mission was completed, the Stormhawk's talent had also been increased by 1 rank. Lu was a little happy. However, at this moment, he heard the exclamations of the beast masters nearby. Lu followed their gazes and looked to the north. The subsidiary bodies of the 6 platinum-grade bloodthirsty hell vine that were originally entrenched in the Starry City had appeared. This was simply bad news that couldn't be any worse. Once these 6 bloodthirsty hell vine were absorbed by the main body would definitely be able to break through to the Star Glory realm. When the main body of the bloodthirsty hell vines appeared, the guardians were fighting with all his might. The ground was filled with the thick vines of the bloodthirsty hell vines. After the blood-red vines were cut off, blood-red mist burst out and dyed the ground within a few kilometers blood-red. The battle had reached the final juncture. The resistance of the bloodthirsty hell vines was getting weaker and weaker. Right at this moment, the guardian, Brian, noticed the 6 platinum-grade bloodthirsty hell vines that were about to be sensed. Kill this main body quickly. At this moment, Brian no longer had any plans to contract the bloodthirsty hell vine. If they allowed their opponent to advance to the Star Glory grade, they would be completely defeated. Even the 4 of them were no match for it. Now was the only chance to deal with the bloodthirsty hell vines. Let's go all out. Nearly 20 platinum-grade pets unleashed their strength at the same time, causing the entire land to tremble. At this moment, Lu had already flown high into the sky, watching the battle from afar. Seeing that fierce beast with god-grade potential, many platinum-grade divine pets and chopped off all the vines and forcefully dragged them out from the ground. Right at this moment, Lu suddenly heard someone shouting. "We've won! These damn plants aren't moving anymore. They seem to be dead." Lu looked at the 6 platinum-grade bloodthirsty Hellvine subsidiary bodies that were running towards them from afar. They suddenly seemed to have lost consciousness. As they were running wildly, they suddenly fell down and rolled on the ground for hundreds of meters before they finally stopped moving. Did they win? Lu looked at the information on the main body of the bloodthirsty vines and found that the name, "Dead," was marked at the end of the name. It was indeed dead, however, Lu still had some regrets. He felt that the death of the bloodthirsty hell vine was a little too much of a pity. God-grade potential, 3 mythical talents. If he could sign it as his divine pet, that would be great. However, Lu knew that this was just a fantasy. With the guardian Brian around, how could he possibly get the bloodthirsty hell vine? No matter what, it was not his turn. Some beast masters tried to attack those motionless bloodthirsty hell vine. They found that they were as if they were dead, at the mercy of others, not moving at all. When the others at the scene discovered this situation, they immediately rushed crazily toward those bloodthirsty hell vines, digging out the crystal cores in their bodies, and at the same time ensuring their death.